Robert Kennedy, when he was Attorney General, said that he could imagine the possibility of a Negro president in the United States within perhaps 40 years. Do you think this is at all realistic?
Well, let me say first that I think it is necessary to make it clear that there are Negroes who are presently qualified to be president in the United States.
I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. I expect all of you to march with me and press on.
Is it possible that a cup of coffee between these various factions would allow all of us a meeting, a talk? Why the anger? Why
you are interpreting for hostility? And what I'm trying to explain to you is that if there's no freedom of speech in this country, when you do get to speak, you speak the truth, you speak clear, you speak fiercely, and you don't care whether you like it or not. The people who are here.
Broadcasting live from the Real Brother Radio Studios in Los Angeles, California. It's the Real Brother Radio Show with your host, Theron K. Cal. And now, here he is, the Real Brother, Theron K. Cal.
All right, okay, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Real Brother Radio Show. My name's Theron Cal. I am your host. This is our broadcast for Tuesday, April 14th, 2015. The time now is 3 minutes after the hour and play resumes. All right, now, is the volume up? Is it cool? All right, just checking the volume. Okay, yeah, it looks good. It sounds good. I'm with it. Okay. All right, welcome to the Real Brother Radio Show. This is the only show. Really, there's not one other show. Really? Yeah. And see, people are stupid when they think that because they have a majority, then that means they're right. No, if the majority of people think 2 + 2 = 7, that doesn't make you right just because you got a majority. You're still wrong. Still dumb. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the racists. I'm talking about these black fools who we're going to talk about in a minute, who come on the air and argue that white people are superior. They're not understanding. I don't hate white people because I don't think white people are superior. I don't hate children because I don't think children are superior, that we should give them the keys to our car and give them our credit cards, let them drink all the alcohol they want. No, you have to understand it has to be age appropriate how you treat them. That's not a lack of disrespect. That's common sense. So you don't take the dumbest people on the planet who are killing people and blowing up marathons and shooting up Batman movies and Safeways and Sandy Hook Elementary and say, well, they must be superior. Let's put them in charge. No, you don't do that. Well, it's not all white people, Theron. It doesn't matter. They have a problem. What's the problem? They're dumb. So I don't give a damn if it's Hillary. I don't give a damn if it's George Zimmerman. I don't give a damn if it's the latest racist nut that they caught and killed somebody. Florida. It doesn't matter. They have a problem. Their ancestors made a colossal mistake. They were wrong. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. What am I supposed to say? You're unfit to govern. And that doesn't mean I hate you because you're unfit to drive, you're too drunk to drive. That doesn't mean I hate you. What are you going to do? We take the keys away from you. Why? Well, of course, you might hurt yourself, but there's 150 other people on the plane. So if you fly it into the side of the mountain in the French Alps, you could kill them too. So we have to say, look, you're being put to the test. We talked about the debate, right? And people poo-paw the racist nut called up yesterday, and he'll call up again. And he called up and he what debate? He's too damn dumb to even know it's a debate. So if this is the level of dumb we're dealing with, the last thing we want to do is put these people in charge. You are on trial. Well, we haven't committed a crime. Well, it's not a criminal trial. But it's like a 90-day, 450-year test to see whether or not your stupid asses are fit to govern. So what do they call it? The probation period. It's a 450-year probation period for white people, and you flunked. Okay. you didn't make it. All right? And so you don't get to govern. And yes, black people were here during that time too. They were on trial too. They were on probation too. And we passed with flying colors. So we get to graduate. You don't. Asians get to graduate. You don't. The only people that didn't make it are white people. Well, that's unfair. No, that's not unfair. It was never up to the other races that you were oppressing and dropping atomic bombs on. It was never up to us to make sure that you did your homework, to make sure that you learned what facts are and how to compete and what the rules are. Nobody ever said that, hey, you guys got to help if the white people fall behind now. You know that they're claimed to be superior, but you know they're the dumbest people on the planet. You guys help them out now. Don't let the white people fall off. Don't let the white people blow up the Boston Marathon, shoot up the Batman movie in the Sandy Hook Elementary School. Well, too late. So no, nobody said that we were supposed to reach back and hold your hand, go reach back into 1930 and grab and help you guys up into the 21st century. No. The number to call is 559-726-1300, and then the code is 814307. It's the Real Brother Radio Show. You can find me on Twitter, RBR Network 1. RBR Network 1. I see a lot of more people are going to that TuneIn app, and they're following me there. Follow me. Man, I contacted them this week about some advertising. I'm going to see what they want. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I got to start advertising this program, all right, and to get more listeners. I was really we're going to play later. Maybe we might do it in the second hour. We might get it after the first break. I'm going to play some of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, who was on with Carl Nelson this morning. And I called in and told him the truth. I don't have my call on tape because of the nature of how my system is. But it's the same problem. They are really doing some damage to our country. I'm talking about the black fools on Carl Nelson's show. Dr. Welsing and all these other Umar and all the other nuts that get on the show and start preaching about how superior white people are and how they are able to put the racism in the institution. See, white people want you to say that. If you're a white person, right? All white people, really, every single white person on this planet loves it when these black fools with 100 gazillion times more education than the white fools that they want to get on the show and say are superior. They love it when black people say that. And I don't understand what it is. I know that only 90% of blacks hate their own race and culture and think white people are superior. But that 90% is just the same thing as with the 99.9% of whites who think whites are superior. Collectively, they have a lot of power. Really, yes. Now, they're dumb as dirt, but they do have a lot of power. It doesn't make them superior. And I know that if you ask them that, they would say, yes, it does. But it doesn't. If 100 gazillion people think 2 + 2 is 7, yeah, they think they're superior because they get to be wrong, and it doesn't seem to be a consequence. But there is a consequence. What's the consequence? Well, the consequence is you're wrong. So when you put your stupid argument, the 2 + 2 = 7 argument, up against the 10% of blacks and the 0.1% of whites who aren't stupid, who reject the myth of white supremacy, you're going to lose. And then when you lose, you feel that you were slighted, that something went wrong. Why did you lose by 10 million votes? What the hell happened? That's what happened. Really? Yeah, you were wrong. 2 + 2 was never 7. It's just that you had a bigger majority because you had more people. There are more stupid people than there are people that have some sense. Really? Yeah. And I have to take responsibility. Really? Yeah, it's not up. You guys aren't going to say, hey, Theron, let's expand your show. You ain't going to say that. You're racist. You're black coons. You're sellouts. You're not going to say, hey, Theron, let's go invest in advertising your show and let's get you 1 million followers, 2 million followers, 2 million listeners nationwide. Let's do it. You're never going to say that. How come? You don't want anybody to know the truth. You don't want to know the truth. You don't want to know the facts. How come? Because you're stupid. That's why. You think that you win if you steer everybody off a cliff. You think that's a victory. And it's not. All right. In the annals of anarchy, that's what I'm calling it, we had another racist nut apprehended this morning in Florida. And we'll talk about it after the piece.
A day-long manhunt is now over for a North Carolina suspect accused of shooting and killing a Wayne Community College employee Monday morning. Kenneth Stansel III was arrested by Volusia County Beach Patrol in Daytona Beach, Florida, early Tuesday, according to North Carolina station WNCN.
This is his new mugshot just into our newsroom this morning. Kenneth Stansel III was found sleeping on a beach in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Stansel is accused of shooting and killing Ron Lane in the Wayne Community College library. Authorities say Stansel previously worked for Lane in the print shop during a work-study program. The college, as well as at least one nearby elementary school, was placed on lockdown as authorities searched for Stansel, but there are still some big questions. On Monday, authorities stressed the incident was isolated, but weren't sure how Stansel was able to get into the school carrying a rifle. It's also unclear at the moment how Stansel left the school.
How did he get out of town without people seeing him? He was very obviously recognizable with all the coverage we gave, but he had a knife on his person, we're told. He was detained for further ID. He did give the officers his name. He was taken into custody without any incident.
The next step will be for Stansel to be extradited back to North Carolina to face charges. Classes at the college were operating as usual Tuesday morning. For Newsy, I'm at Moreno.
All right, so there you have it. All right, and there's more to come. Right? Now, here's the kicker, right? I don't want to play. I'm not trying to build suspense. Let's tell the truth. Now, apparently the guy that the racist monster killed was gay. And apparently he made a pass. Now, we don't know this. That's not the point. What's the point there? The point is, because the person he shot was black, they're charging him with the hate. Oh, what? Oh, he's gay. Oh, okay. So when somebody's black, you can't charge them with a hate crime. Oh, no. We have to say that they were a thug, that they reached for the gun, that they did something, that they deserved it. Oh, okay. But if he's gay, oh, no, he couldn't have made a pass at him or did something that the gay. Oh, no, it's a hate crime. Really? Yeah, he white, he gay, hate crime. He black, thug, justified. Well, see, reach for the gun. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's the kind of truth you get on the Real Brother Radio Show. Why would this guy be considered a hate crime? And I'm not saying it's not. But why is it a hate crime for somebody to kill somebody gay and white? But it's not a hate crime for somebody to kill somebody because they're black. Because it's not a hate crime to kill someone black. That's not hate. That's good. That's good. He's a hero. You can't see how wrong that is. You are something wrong with you. Well, they're superior. That's what we need to talk about. No hate crime because he's superior. Now, here's the second part of the story. After they found out that the guy that he killed was gay.
Yesterday morning at 8:09 a.m., Kenneth Morgan Stansel III entered the print shop located at Wayne Community College, where he shot and killed 44-year-old Ronald Dwight Lane, Jr., who was an employee of Wayne Community College. Mr. Stansel fired at Mr. Lane once with a pistol-grip shotgun. The investigation is ongoing, and it was brought up yesterday as this is being investigated as a possible hate crime. And that aspect will be a focus that our investigators will look at as the investigation moves forward. After shooting Mr. Lane, Mr. Stansel left the college campus immediately. Mr. Stansel left Wayne County on a motorcycle, and the motorcycle he was operating was located by the North Carolina Highway Patrol, abandoned in the median on Interstate I-95 South in Lumberton, North Carolina, yesterday morning. It is unclear as to how Mr. Stansel traveled from Lumberton to Daytona Beach, where he was arrested this morning at 1:20 a.m. while sleeping on the beach.
in an interview that was recorded, the mother of the suspect said that the victim had made a pass at the suspect. Is that something that you guys are looking at?
We're absolutely investigating that possibility, and again, this is an ongoing investigation and will be for quite some time.
So there you have it. Now, the significant thing is not whether or not the racist monster did this because the man made a pass at him. Okay, the significant thing is that they're investigating it as a hate crime. No, it could come back that it wasn't a hate crime. It's just a racist killing somebody who was an authority figure because he's racist and he hates the government and he hates black people. And the guy might have supported Obama or something, or he thought he did. And so he killed him. But if they do charge him, and even the fact that they are even considering it, they didn't even consider charging George Zimmerman with hate crime. They didn't even consider charging Darren Wilson with a hate crime, or this monster who just recently, Mike Slager, who killed Walter Scott, or Eric Gardner's killers, Tamir Rice killer. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, it's a Real Brother Radio show. I have nothing but the truth for you. Every single one of those black boys and men that were murdered by those white racists were murdered because they were black. Every single one. And not one of them is being charged as a hate crime. Not one of them. That is wrong as two left shoes. All right? All right. 18 minutes after the hour, 559-726-1300. The code is 814-307. And let's go into the timeline and see what they're talking about. The racist monster Supreme Slob, right? Jack Eichel, all right? He's some old racist. He writes, racists are claiming that Obama is half white. What do you have to say to them? And I said that the 2001 Genome Project study concluded that a human child is the race of its biological father. There is no such thing as half race or half gender, right? There's no half man, half female, half black, half Asian, half amazing. No, a human child is the race of its biological father. The biological father determines the race and gender of the child. It happens at conception. Now, I know if you're stupid, you're going to say, well, what about the mother? The mother's genes are half the person, and all kind of old 18th century science, and it's the 21st century. No. Most of the Genome Project study concluded, now they only said anything about race and gender being determined at conception by the father. Now, if that's true, then well over 90% of a human being is their mother. The only part that they said has nothing to do with the mother would be the race and the gender of the child. Everything else is on the mother. So, and we don't know how true that is. I'm saying they didn't say anything about that. But they did say something about the race, and they said something about the gender. Now, that's what they reported. Now, I understand the racists are going to say that I'm lying. The racists are going to say that the Genome Project study doesn't exist. The racists are going to say that they have their own study. It's called the Bible. And the stork brings the babies, and everybody was white. And the stork brings the babies, and the babies don't have nothing to do with the man anyway. It was immaculate conception. So this is what the racists are going to say. But it's not true. We have to go with the facts. We have to go with the science. All right? So Barack Obama is black. You don't like it because you hate him because he's black, but he's black. Okay? And I think this is important. Let me speak to the black people. I think it's important because these black idiots, right, like Dr. Welsing and Carl Nelson, these black idiots that are running around here suggesting that white people are superior, don't understand that the 10% of black people who are successful are the 10% of black people who reject the notion that whites are superior. Now, isn't that something that's very significant for all of us to know? All right, we've got our first call of the racist monster, and he'll have some lies for us today and some racist insults. And so let's go to those insults now. All right, there you go. Let the first insult fly.
I gotta hand it to you, man. I mean, it takes a uniquely mentally deranged.
Yes, we're so mentally deranged. Why is a black person so smart? You shouldn't know that. You can't. And see, let me explain smart to him because he's too dumb to understand smart. Smart is being able to find out what the facts are and being able to put the facts into a fashion that you can articulate the facts. What he's doing on this call, right, is he's simply expressing his hatred for me, his anger and his frustration that I don't fit his racist stereotypes that his ancestors told him about me, that I was dumb because I was black, that I was stupid, that I was incoherent, that I was crazy. Listen to his language. Listen to how he talks to me. He doesn't talk to me like I'm a human being. He talks to me like I'm a child. He talks to me like I'm a monster, like I'm a monkey, like I'm an ape, because he doesn't think I'm human because I'm black. It's what he's been told and taught by his racist handlers, by his racist father. He was taught that black people are not human, that you don't have to go to school, that you don't have to learn, that you don't have to do anything. You're going to beat them and defeat them and win the election by 10 million votes. Why? Because you're white. That's what he's been taught. So he calls up the show and he's mad. How come? Because you can't develop as a human being thinking that you're superior to somebody because you're white. You're going to fail. Now, there's a whole bunch of white people. They all believe that they're superior because they're white. They all work together. They all drive some truck or they dig a ditch or they do something together because they're white. Okay? So they trade together and they barter and they marry each other and they blow up the Boston Marathon together and they do all these great things. They make lots of money. But at the end of the day, they're not superior. They're dumb. This dude is dumb. He called my show today. He's supposed to have an argument. Does he have one? No. His argument is he's mad at me because I'm smarter than he is. And I'm not supposed to be this smart because I'm black. That's his argument. He thinks he has a right to be mad. And he dropped out of school in the 3rd grade. That's how dumb he is. All right, I'm sorry. Next insult. Go.
Well, I was going to say it takes a special kind of person to get up there and lie every day like you do.
Right. Now, can you point out a lie that I've made? And this is another thing. He thinks that if he's white and I'm black, and he tells everybody that I'm lying about 2 + 2 = 4, that you will believe him. How come? Because he's white. What has he said to you? I'm talking to you other idiots out there. What has he said to you that has proven that I'm lying? Now, I'm going to ask him, and he doesn't think that I would have enough sense to ask him this question. I'm going to ask him, what have I lied about? And you want to know what he's going to do? He's going to make up something from outside of the past. He's going to make it up. Why? Because I know I'm using the facts. I told you when I started the conversation with him that I'm using the facts. I go with the facts. He doesn't understand that. Really, he doesn't understand facts. All he could see is that I'm black. Now, I'm going to ask him a question that he should have anticipated me asking, but he's too dumb to anticipate that I'm going to ask him, what did I lie about? He's too dumb to understand it. Now watch. Now notice he won't be able to answer this question. He'll come up with another question, but he will never answer the question of what I lied about. Watch. Notice. I guarantee this to you. Here we go. What did I lie about?
98% of the media being owned by conservatives.
98% of the media is owned by white conservatives. I didn't say conservatives. I said white conservatives. How do we know that? Because it costs $1 billion gazillion to own a media property. And the only people that are dumb enough to be able to put together that much wealth are white conservatives. Now, why did he hang up, Theron? Because you answered the question. He wasn't supposed to be able. I told you what he was going to do. Really? Yeah. He didn't lie. He just simply asked another question. He lied about, I told you what he was going to do. He was going to lie about something in the past and then ask me another question. So he lied about the 98% of whites owning the media. And then before he hung up, he was going to ask me another question. Yes, because he couldn't answer the question of what I lied about. 98% of our mainstream media is owned by white conservatives. They own Facebook. They own Huffington Post. They own ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. White conservatives own 98% of our media. They don't own Oprah's network. But other than that, they own everything else. Really? Yes. These daily causes and stuff, they don't realize it, but they're white owned too. But they're like me, right? I'm not white owned, but do I really have the financial muscle to compete with those billionaires? I really don't. So yeah, the fact that they own 98% of the media is a factor in why the media is misleading so many people. They own Carl Nelson's network. They own Dr. Frances Cress Welsing's educational institutions. She ain't got her degrees from no black colleges. She went to these racists and got her degree from them. And they taught her that they were superior to her. Really? Yes. That's the truth. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to get into that. All right? Just real quick, a racist gunning for you. He's a racist. Gunning for you. I want to kill everybody. What problem does that solve? What problem does killing everybody solve? And he writes, that quote does not exist in the 2-1 Genome Project study. Yeah, stupid. Yeah. Where's their argument? Well, the argument is it doesn't exist. So instead of saying, oh, okay, they reported that, let's believe it. No. Doesn't exist. It's a lie. 2 + 2 is not 4. It doesn't exist. It's a lie. What the hell? Well, Aaron, you just think that they dumb? Well, I don't care. Now, I'm not going to say I don't care. Yes, if you watch Fox News all the time and you're a racist, then you're not going to know about the Genome Project study and how it dealt with race because they want you to think that Obama is half white. I understand it. I'm not stupid. I understand it. But it's not true. So, yes, it's a combination of they don't know about the Genome Project study and its conclusion, yes. But 2, they don't want to know. Really? No, because they could listen to me. You're not going to get it anywhere in the President Obama, I said this too. Really? Yeah. President Obama gave a speech about the Genome Project study because he thought that the site was still up. He didn't know, and I said this at the time. I was saying this when my wife was here, and I said, this is a problem because the racists, Obama doesn't know that when Bush got elected, Bush took that site down because Bush is a creationist. Bush believes in the Bible. Bush doesn't believe in science. He doesn't believe in evolution. He is a nut. So he took the site down and had the racist creationists put up another site that said Jesus and the stork bring the babies. And so Obama didn't know that the site was down and gave a big speech. It was on TV and tell everybody go to the site. And he didn't find out till afterwards that the racists had took the site down. So Obama said, well, put the site back up. What the hell? And they said, well, there was some controversial parts of the study that said that you're black. And you know, we racist and we trying to kill black people. We ain't trying to say that the greatest president ever lived was black. So we have a problem with the race section of the Genome Project study. And so Obama said, well, if we take the race section out, would you put the site back up? And they said, okay, we can do that. So now the site's up. It's genome.gov. Okay, so it's back up. But he didn't even know that the idiots had took the site down. So they got another fake site that they had put up, and now they linked that fake site to the real site, and they're trying to play it off like that's the real site, and the one that Obama put up is fake. No, I'm serious. This is how stupid white people are. And if you don't know that 98% of the media is owned by these idiots, these racists, then you wouldn't know. Because they sure in the hell aren't going to tell you. And their game is, I want the black people to understand this because white people don't care. But their game is to control all the media and then just say that I'm lying. That is, no. I want to give it to you in a nutshell. Their game is to control all the media, to own it all. And then whatever I say doesn't matter because they're going to say I'm lying. I have no credibility because I'm black. This is their argument. And if it's not dumb, it's stupid. All right, 559-726-1300, 814-307 is the code. It's the Real Brother Radio Show. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donate. We are the only I know. And see, my dilemma is, yeah, it's easier. See, Oprah found this out. Oprah had to do the same thing that Obama had to do with the Genome Project. She wants to do news because she's concerned about these issues. But she owns the only non-white racist-owned network on the planet. And so she cannot do news and editorial because they'll shut her down. And she's the only one, so we can't let her shut them down. BET is owned by the racist at Comcast. Same racist own MSNBC. Same racist. TV One is owned by Comcast. Same racist own MSNBC that bought MSNBC and NBC. BET is owned by Viacom. Racist. Very racist. First thing they did when they bought BET was get rid of the news. So you couldn't say that white people are stupid and tell the truth about the news. They got rid of it. So the point that I'm making is, if you're the only network out there telling the truth, it is very difficult for you. Why? Because everybody else is lying. And they're going to just say that you're lying. And they do have a majority. So go to realbrotherradionetwork.com. I don't need $1 million. Nice, but I don't need $1 million. Give me $5, give me $10, give me $20. But we need to be able to continue to do news. We do not have one black news organization. And it's not because we're all stupid, we're too stupid. It's that if one person does news, then the other 98% of the racists out there with billions of dollars and these monsters, they're going to call up and they're going to attack you. And they're going to send emails to the New Orleans Talk Radio Network and say, don't put this guy on. This guy tells the truth, and we're not going to allow this guy to tell the truth. We're going to firebomb your house. We're going to blow up your station. We're going to kill your kids. We're going to find out where you live. Whatever Lester Palmer told them, whatever the racists are telling these people, they are doing everything within their power to make sure that the truth does not get out. And we can't just sit there and say, well, they must be superior. No, they're dumber than dirt. As long as we can stay on the air, we will destroy them. They will fall off that cliff. Why? Because they are not right. 2 + 2 does not equal 7. We can defeat them, but we have to. We have to remain independent. The minute they start giving us money and we're owned by them, their first thing they're going to do is shut me down. You cannot tell the truth there. And you can go out and be like Mo Kelly. I listened to that idiot show this weekend, man, and the Animals Attack. We're going to do an episode of that. We're going to do comics. We're going to talk about the comics. Aren't you going to talk about these racists killing these kids? No. The racist cop killing the brother, shooting the brother, lying about the taste. No, can't talk about that. Racists won't let us talk about that. But we can talk about the animals attacking and the clowns and the comics. Hell up out of here. All right, go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donate 8. Why? Because the truth has value. Truth has value. Introducing realbrotherradionetwork.com. Real Brother Radio Network is a subsidiary of Real Brother Radio Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing the standards of black media. That means we aren't owned or controlled by any group or entity. If it's true, then we can tell it, show it, and talk about it. Have an article, commentary, or submission? Send it to info@realbrotherradionetwork.com. Host a podcast or radio show? Are you looking for a broadcast home? Then why not join Real Brother Radio Network? We offer a 24-hour stream as well as access to TuneIn, iTunes, and a listing in the Shoutcast directory. And of course, the full promotional backing of the Real Brother Radio brand. RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com, because the truth has value.
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show, your destination for the best in social and political straight talk. Wednesdays at 2 p.m. on WMXP 95.5 FM. Streaming live on TanyaFree.com and BlackTalkRadioNetwork.com. Join the conversation Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Welcome to Urban Picks. You can watch Urban Picks, your premium channel for independent African American movies, short films, and original series shows. Urban Picks now is the world's first on-demand streaming service catering to those who love African American culture. Urban Picks is available on streaming players like Roku and Google TV, smart TVs like Samsung, Vizio, mobile phones and tablets like Android, iPad, iPhone, BlackBerry, and iTouch. Urban Picks has the largest selection. Go online today. For more information, www.urbanpicksnow.com. Urban Picks, Black movies, Black entertainment, Black on demand.
The Big Mac. That's right. It all starts with 100% pure beef.
Real Brother here. Play resumes. I wanted to invite you to listen to the Real Brother Radio Show. Weeknights, 6 p.m. to 9 on RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com. The Real Brother Radio Show is brought to you by Quick Mart. Same great quality, only quicker. Quick Mart, bringing convenience back to the convenience store. The Real Brother Radio Show on RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com, because the truth has value.
It's the Real Brother Radio Show.
All right, welcome back to the program, everybody. The Real Brother Radio Show, the Real Brother Radio Show. And see, here's the thing about, let me talk about laziness for a minute, right? Okay. When you think you're superior, and I talked about this in the first segment, when you think you're superior, right, and you think that if you just believe you're superior, then you'll be superior. You don't really have to work. You don't really have to learn. You don't really have to understand facts. You don't really have to know anything. Just concentrate on being superior, how superior you are. It creates a laziness. Really, it does. Now, what did I do in the last segment? I told you how hard it is to be on the air telling the truth when 98% of the media is owned by white racists who have no intention on telling the truth because they're about advancing this myth that whites are superior. Can you imagine? Could you imagine if I had to live my life? And they want you to. Really? Yeah. They want me to live my life by simply arguing with them over whether or not they're superior to me. That's how me and Obama and Oprah and Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, that's how we're supposed to live our lives. Arguing with a bunch of idiots 50 years behind us that they're superior to us because they're white. That's supposed to be our lives because that's their lives. It's trying to trick us into thinking that they're superior. No, I'm not playing. That's their entire life. They can get money. You could raise $1 billion if you want to advance this myth, if you help white people convince everybody that they're superior. You can start a radio network today, the New Orleans radio network. If I would just put somebody white on that says that they're superior, and they could say that they're black, but as long as they're white and they say that whites are superior, then I can get on the Real Brother New Orleans Black Talk Radio Network. Hell, I can get on Fox. Hell, I can get on Breitbart. Here's $50,000, Theron. Now you're gonna help us, right? You can get $2 million. What they paid Tavis Smiley and Dr. Cornell? $2 million. But we want you to push the lie that whites are superior to blacks. Tell them that the racism is in the institution. It's called institutional. Come up with a nice phrase like racism and the institution of white supremacy. Yeah, and say that they put the racism in the walls. Here, we're gonna put a little bit over there in the corner, and then we got then we're gonna put a little bit of racism in the food. Put the racism in the water a little bit, and then we're gonna put the racism, and we superior. We could put the racism. We could put the whammy on you and put the put the racism whammy on you. There you go. There's the money, Theron. So it's very difficult, really. Yeah, because these are the dumbest people on the planet. So how the hell are you gonna sell? It takes a lot of money to fool people into thinking these idiots are superior. But what we have to do and what we need to do is stop patronizing them. Stop letting them think that that's okay. Because it's not okay. You do them a disservice. Really? Yeah. Now, I don't expect President Obama or Oprah or anybody to tell the white people why we don't want your dumbasses in charge. Because I understand that you have too much to lose, and they're going to they would view you they already view you as a racist, but they would really view you as a hardcore racist. They would think you were me if you told them the truth. So I understand it, but I want the other black idiots to understand that because they know the truth, they were able to go ahead and succeed in their lives because they knew the truth. Now, as a white person, you don't believe that, but it's true. Of the white idiots that are calling my show and saying that I'm a liar, and all these idiots that are saying that I'm a liar, that 2 + 2 is not 4, it's 7, all these idiots, right? If they knew the truth, their lives would get infinitely better. Really? Yes. Now, they don't believe that. Really? No, because they believe that they're at a place where if they kill us, then their lives will get infinite. If they kill everybody black. One racist said, no, we're not trying to kill everybody black. We just want to kill the blacks in the United States. This is the United States. There shouldn't be any blacks in the United States. This is how dumb they are. Really? Yeah. So you're saying that person who was saying that as long as they kill everybody black in the United States, then everything's okay. They'll stop killing people. Yeah. If he knew the truth, first of all, if you killed everybody black in the United States, there'd still be 1 billion blacks in Africa. And you would be spending the next 500 years trying to figure out how you can kill them. So that's number one. Number two, you wouldn't stop at just killing blacks. You'd go after the Mexicans. You'd go after the Muslims. You'd go after the liberals. You'd go after the gays. You'd go after the rhinos. You'd go after anybody that you thought didn't agree with being stupid and living in 1830. So what are you saying, Theron? I'm saying if they knew the truth, they wouldn't waste their lives. If they knew they were wasting their lives chasing after 1830, then they wouldn't do it. But you think Fox News is going to tell you, how much money they got? Fox News is paying them anchors, Rush Limbaugh and them, they're Hannity and them, O'Reilly and them. They're being paid millions. Yeah, well, they're white. Yeah, they're right. No, they're wrong as 2 left shoes. That payment is to keep your dumb white ass in the dark. Because if you knew the truth, you wouldn't listen to Bill O'Reilly. You wouldn't watch Fox News. Really? No. And I'm not putting down Fox News. I'm just saying people that know the truth don't watch them. How come? Because they know they're lying. You think they've told you, oh no, the people that don't watch Fox are just dumb. Now, don't tell anybody you watch us. When they ask you, do you watch Fox News all damn day? Tell them, no, we don't even watch Fox. Tell them that lie. But the people who don't watch us all day and hear our lies, they're dumb. They've got you convinced that I'm dumb because I don't sit there and listen to a bunch of lies all damn day from people who can barely count. So you understand what I'm saying? So I did what I told you what I had to do. I told you what I had to do. Now I'm telling you what you have to do. You have to find out the truth. Yes. I left it at that. Don't use the excuse that, well, the white Fox News is lying to me. Yes. If you don't think Fox News is lying to you, then something's wrong with you. The white people that trained Dr. Frances Cress Welsing are lying to her about whites being superior. I'm not saying they didn't tell her that. I'm just saying that they're lying. I'm not suggesting that white people aren't running around here talking about they're superior. Of course they are. But I'm just saying they're lying. All right. So earlier today, she was on she was on with Carl Nelson.
Well, I say that the subconscious fear factor is that the black male has a genital apparatus. In other words, in the testicles is the genetic material. And this is why there was a direct, overt attack on the testicles at one point. But now it's being done by gun. In other words, the white brain computer, particularly white male brain computer, he has weapon, can annihilate me. Must create weapon, can do same thing. And that's the gun. If I was at the blackboard, I would draw front view of male genitalia, that's testicle, phallus, testicle. The lateral view, testicle, phallus. Turn that around 90 degrees, and you have a gun. And this is why the gun is called the great equalizer. This is why it's absolutely impossible for anybody to have gun control in a power context in which there is the conscious, subconscious fear of genetic annihilation. See, black females have in their ovaries genetic material that can cause white genetic annihilation, but females cannot impose sexual intercourse, whether they're white, black, brown, red, or yellow. Males, this is just human physiology, males can impose sexual intercourse. And so I maintain that if we were able to have full and open discussion of what racism, white supremacy actually is.
There, she said it. She didn't take long. And when I called them, I said, I hear her saying that we can have actual discussion. And those were her words. Honest, actual discussion about racism, white supremacy. I'm all open for it. Racism is real. White supremacy is not. It's not real. And what damage does it? What's the damage, Theron, of suggesting that white people are superior when they're not? Well, the damage is because when you win by 10 million votes, you don't really think you won because you're looking for some angle that the white people who are superior, they certainly wouldn't lose by 10 million votes. So there must be something that you just don't know about how the superior white man is a trick. And it's not a trick. The fact that they were superior in the first place, that was a trick. That was a lie. And so she went to a white university. They gave her a PhD. And then inside the envelope with the PhD, when she got the thing rolled up, it said, now go out there and tell these idiots that white people are superior. And call it the system of racism and white supremacy. Make a movie. Do a TV show. Write a book. And one of the racists, after I had called, and we're going to get to my call later, after I called the show, somebody said, well, he should read her book. The people don't know if they read her book. Why would you assume that I'm stupid and I didn't read her book? No, why would you assume that? And I'm going to be honest with you. I can read. I've read plenty of books. I read her book. And when I read her book, the part that I didn't agree with was this lie in the book that whites are superior. When I'm reading that, I'm saying racism, yes. Whites are superior? No. This is when she wrote the book. So part of, and I'm not stupid. If you write a book and you say whites are superior, and then some dude calls up some show that you're on, that the racists own the show, own the network, and own the station, and they're saying, well, that whites are superior, and this guy is calling up the show saying whites aren't superior, they're blowing up marathons and shooting up Batman movies in elementary schools, they're not superior, they lost by 10 million votes, then you have to support the lie that you originally, that they told you, that you put in your book 20 years ago. And she put that lie in her book, that whites were superior, and 50 years later, she won't give it up. So everything that happens, if they fall and bust their head open, well, that's a sign of superiority. Are you serious? They go into the damn Batman movie and shoot. Well, yeah, that's a sign of superiority. They lost by 10 million. Well, see, yeah, there was a clever sign of white superiority. Losing by 10 million votes. No, it's just garbage. All right? All right. 559-726-1300. We got a little bit more of that, and then we're going to get into what they said after I called, which was great. And we'll do that next on the Real Brother Radio Show. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donate. Why? Because it is important that we keep my voice. Really, yeah. And let me say this too, because I know other people are listening, and like Jesus is Black Man. Jesus is Black Man used to listen, used to call the show, but the racists got to him, and I understand that. These racists are relentless, really. Well, does that mean we can get to you and Obama? No, you'll never get to me and Obama. How come? Simply because we reject the myth of your superiority. Really? Yes. People think it can't be that. It is that. Now, I'm not gonna poo-paw how hard it would be for Dr. Welsing to reject the myth that whites are superior. It's not lost on me. Well, how can you and Obama and Oprah and you guys do it and she can't? Well, she made the decision that she was going to live her life, dedicate her life to this myth that white people were superior, just like white people have dedicated their life to this myth that white people are superior. She's dedicated her life to it, her profession to it. And when you dedicate your life, like I dedicated my life to telling the truth. So if I dedicate my life to telling the truth, I'm going to want to tell the truth, even if that truth is going to make sure that I don't get no donations. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to do it. Because it's the right thing to do. Not because of, well, you're stupid there and you ain't going to get no donations. Why don't you just lie to these people and they'll give you donations? No. Really? No, because it's not right. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I don't want donations, but I don't want donations to have to lie to you to get the donations. So I choose not to lie. And if you believe that white people are superior, then the last thing you want to do is tell the truth that white people aren't superior. And the last thing you're going to do is listen to some black guy telling you that whites aren't superior. And he owns 0.00000.01% of the media. It ain't going to happen. And it's sad, but that's just the truth. She's waiting for Fox News to tell her that whites aren't superior. Do you think Fox News is going to tell Dr. Frances Cress Welsing that they aren't superior? It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. She can't defend what she's saying. But she gets comfort. Why? Because all the white people are saying it. And it's wrong. The Real Brother Radio Network.
Killing of Walter Scott in North Charleston, South Carolina, has garnered worldwide attention thanks to an observer's quick thinking to capture the tragedy on his mobile phone. This video that contradicted the officer's account was the major factor separating this story from the countless other suspicious cases of unarmed black men killed by law enforcement. Let's talk about why this innocent witness and countless others fear for their lives and retribution from law enforcement officers that were hired to protect and serve. The mayor of North Charleston announced that all officers will soon be wearing body cameras. While communities across the country are debating whether cops should wear body cameras, let's take it a step further. Have we come to the point where we all need to be wearing body cameras? I know many of you were ready to talk about the Atlanta cheating scandal and racketeering convictions last week, and we didn't get to it. Should these educators get prison time? What's your take? Let's talk about these stories and more this Wednesday on the Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show and 24/7 at TanyaFree.com. Until then, be free and remember to live life with a purpose.
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show, your destination for the best in social and political straight talk. Join the conversation Wednesdays.
I'm Tanya Free. The killing of Walter Scott in North Charleston, South Carolina has garnered worldwide attention thanks to an observer's quick thinking to capture
Real
the
Weather
trend.
here. Play resumes. I've been telling you about the Urban Picks website. So many of you have signed up. We're happy to announce that the site has been totally revamped to make it even easier for you to enjoy the best in African American feature films, documentaries, webcasts, and assorted media content. I did mention it was black. Okay. We even made it easier for you to find the site. All you do is go to urbanpicksnow.com and you're in there. Don't forget, tell them the Real Brother sent you. You don't really have to tell them that, but it couldn't hurt. It's your one-stop shop for African American entertainment, information, and cultural enlightenment. Please don't sleep on this. It's urbanpicksnow.com. I guarantee you will love it. Real Weather here.
The Big Mac. That's right. It all starts with 100% pure beef.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. The Real Brother Radio Show. The Real Brother Radio Show. During those breaks, I try to give you enough time to go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donate. So that's how we do it. That's in full disclosure. You understand what I'm saying? And that's really what it is. Well, why do it? Why is it an uphill battle? Well, you know what I'm saying? You know, losing a society, a civilization, letting your forefathers down and your ancestors down, that's worse than the uphill battle. You understand what I'm saying? Having regrets. That's worse than the uphill battle. You know, you're not, you know, even if you were a white person and you were anointed a superiority by God, by society, by whatever you fooled yourself into thinking makes you superior, and you want to use that to hurt people and kill people? Are you kidding me? It shows a childishness and a stupid, you know what I'm saying? And they lived their life. Me and Baby were watching the show Odyssey, and it's a good show, but I turned her on to it, but she thought it was interesting, but we never watched it, okay? It just came on. They only had 2 episodes. And she's like, it's a shame that, you know, it's about this and about the government and the terrorists and all that old good stuff. And the okay. And I said, yeah, no, I understand that. But you have to understand how dumb white people are. That's enlightening. I don't hate white people. I don't hate them. But understanding them, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Why is that important? That sets you free. That's the truth. That's what I mean by knowing the truth. You know, you sit up here and we're talking about a television show. And you can't really enjoy the television show because everybody black is a bad person. And everybody white is a good person. so childish and stupid and juvenile. We can't even enjoy a show, and they're injecting all this stupid-ass white supremacy in there. And the people in Africa are bad. And the people in America are good. I mean, it's like it's the third grade. And so if you don't understand that, the mind of a white person is like a third grader, then you're wondering what the hell is going on. And I sit up here and we can flip through 100,000 channels and wouldn't find a damn thing worth watching. I don't watch The Voice. How come? Because the first year they had two singers that were just 100 million light years ahead of all the other corny ass white women, white kids. But then Rachel Maddow's daughter won, or her little sister. There ain't no way in hell she could sing like them sisters. But they gave it to her. How come? Because she was white. And this is what we are faced with in our society. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm just telling you, I understand it. A lot of people don't. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing doesn't understand it. Really? No. She really thinks they're superior. She doesn't understand how dumb they are. And she's hurting a lot of people. Why? It hurts you. If you're really, truly, and seriously dumb enough to blow up the Boston Marathon and shoot up the Batman movie thinking that's going to get the president out of office, if you're that stupid, you don't think the truth would enlighten you? You don't think the truth would enlighten you? These cops are really, truly, and seriously killing these brothers because they're black and the president's black, while they lie about him being half black. Really? Yeah, that's the truth. We're not going to argue that. That's the truth. You don't think that people would be served by knowing that, instead of thinking that everybody black is a criminal, that everybody black is a thug, that everybody black is evil just because we're black? And then if somebody black is successful, well, they must be half white. How childish is that thinking? Very childish. But we have to understand that this is what we are faced with. You have a PhD, Dr. Welsing. How many of these white people that you think are superior, that are flying these planes into the French out into the side of the mountain, how many of them do you think have a PhD? Want the quick answer? None. So they're not superior to you. So stop saying it.
Then there is a slight chance that it's, in psychiatry where you try to, in therapy, give insight so that people will understand the motivation behind their behavior. Do you see the motivation behind their anger in why they might feel like doing certain things, out of control behavior? And I say that what is an aspect of what we are seeing is that we now have the highest incidence. You see, we've gone through a civil rights era, and things are supposed to have opened up in the area of race relations, and black people can go to public accommodations, and that has been extended to white females can now relate to black males. And I say females relating to black males because they are in the position of power. And so you have the highest incidence of black male, white female relations. And I maintain that again, you see, that is the source of white genetic annihilation. I mean,
white people are too stupid to understand what white genetic annihilation is. So they don't think that black men are going to annihilate the white race. It doesn't match with the lie that whites are superior. Do you understand that? If you think that another race is going to wipe you out, do you also think that you're superior to the other race that's going to wipe you out? That doesn't make sense. So what is she doing, Darren? She thinks that they're superior, and they think that black people who are inferior to them are going to wipe them out, so they have to kill the black people. That's not what it is, really. No. They think they're superior, but they're really dumber than dirt. They're the dumbest people on the planet. And so they feel that if they kill everybody black, then they'll be the smartest people on the planet because they killed everybody who was supposed to be dumb. That's how they think. That's how a third grader would think. That's how the mind of a third grader wouldn't think, well, this is white genetic annihilation. No, a third grader wouldn't think like that. A third grader would think, well, wait a minute, what is this black dude doing president? Well, maybe if we killed everybody black, then nobody black would be president. That's how a third grader thinks. That's how a white person thinks. Not like you're a goddamn PhD. The PhD, black, unfortunately, the black PhD would think that, well, the third grade dropout, the Lester Palmer dropped out in third grade, he's thinking about white genetic annihilation. No, this nut can't even spell white genetic annihilation. He ain't thinking about that. He's thinking, these people are smarter than me. Maybe if I kill them, then I'll be the smart one, because I'll be the only one left. That's how they're thinking. You ain't doing nobody no service by lying to misleading these people. You won't get close enough to them to see how dumb they are. And that's another problem. Of all the things, even the racists have to give me this. Really? Yeah. I am the only person, black, that dialogues with them. Really? Yeah, black people do not dialogue. See, people like O. Willis, my boy O. Willis will dialogue with white people as long as he sticks to their code of not saying anything about racism. Really, he cannot. They told him, we will not talk to you if you do what Theron does and tell the truth about our racism. If you mention racism, we're going to block you. And so he goes through all this convoluted trying to imply that they hate the president because he's black, but he can't say it because they won't let him. So their interactions, this is very important, listen to me. So their interactions with everybody else black are like that. They will never confront someone black who will say, you hate President Obama because of his race, because he's black. You're a goddamn racist. You're a white supremacist. You have racist DNA. All white people do. And you are the dumbest people on the planet. There is no way in hell that you're superior. They will never, ever hear those words in any interaction, but especially with the interaction with black people. And that's the truth. So you're saying that if they knew what the truth was, it would set them free? Absolutely. Really? Absolutely. Now, are they fearful of the truth? Are they fearful that maybe what I'm saying is true and they have to stop me from saying it because the truth is going to not set them free? The truth is going to destroy the white race? Yes. No, they believe that. They believe that the truth is going to destroy the white race. They don't realize that the truth is going to set them free. If you knew how Barack Obama became president, you don't think you could become president? Well, no, we've been told that he became president because black people voted for him because they think he's black. No, black people only make up 4% of the electorate. So black people couldn't have elected him president. No, he became president because he made a better argument, because he wasn't a racist and he wasn't a liar. Now, I know you don't want to hear that because you are a racist, okay, and you are a liar, and you don't have no argument. But I'm telling you, if you did, if you knew the truth. Now, I understand it. I'm the first one to admit that if you're white, you're stupid. But even though you're dumb, even though you're white, if you knew the truth of how Obama became president, of how Oprah Winfrey became a billionaire, if you knew the truth, you trying to tell me you wouldn't take advantage of that knowledge? Be honest. Even if you thought, well, if I become president, I could kill everybody black and make sure that whites are superior. Even if you thought, if I become a billionaire, I could buy the election and kill everybody black and prove that whites are superior. So the knowledge that you could be given by just somebody telling the truth or you accepting the truth could be very valuable even to a racist. I know you don't want to believe it, but people do not tell you the truth. Why? One, because they think you're stupid. Two, because they don't think you'll accept it. They don't think you want to hear it. Really? Yeah. Now, she doesn't realize how dumb you are, Dr. Welsing. I understand you're stupid and that you're just too dumb. But it doesn't matter. She ain't going to tell you the truth. She's not. Continue.
In slavery, you had white males raping African women on the plantation. That was just rampant. That's why we had black people in all these different colors, because of the level of white male raping African women that took place during that era. And so if we had open discussion.
No, if we had open discussion, then we would have to admit that not all them sisters was raped. Them sisters thought that them white boys were superior. And they thought that if they had a little white baby, that baby wouldn't have to go through the suffering that the little Obama babies had to go through. And so a lot of these sisters, not all, but a lot of them were more than willing to have the baby by the massa. Somebody white with the good hair and all that old good stuff. So if you want to talk about honest discussion, Dr. Welsing, let's have it. And stop trying to portray white people as having to rape these black fools, 90% of whom think they're superior. Continue.
About what racism, white supremacy really is, then there is the chance that people can begin to say, oh, wow. See, people talk about Holocaust. The Holocaust occurred in Europe, in Germany, under Adolf Hitler. That was Hitler's plan to kill 11 million Semites of the Jewish religion. And people, say, kill Jews, kill Jews. Hitler, if you read his work, he said he wasn't interested in the religion. He was going to kill people because they were not white. In his estimation, not Francis Welsing. And so all of the people who, whether they were gypsies, whether they were mixed race products from black soldiers being in Europe during the First World War, Hitler was going to destroy all of the people that were classified under colored. I say the word Semite means mixed race, going back to Roman times. And so Hitler wanted Europe to be white and pure. This is what's going on in Europe as we speak. Get rid of the Muslims. Get rid of the Jews. Because in Europe, they're classified as non-white. And
now that's real talk right there. Hitler killed 6 million Jews because he thought they were black. Okay, if you weren't white, you were black. So she's for real with that one. All right, now she'll get around to the white supremacy again, but at least in that segment, she was correct.
So this is the dynamic that is going on all over the world. The question is can people have the courage to talk about it? Black people, for the most part, don't have the courage to talk about it because black people are afraid of white people. They're afraid of making white people unhappy. All of our major organizations are predominantly funded by people who classify themselves as white. So they can't even talk about the reality, but black people are being killed on the street. And if you kill the men of a people, you are engaging in genocide. And I say we are in the midst of genocide. And it is fascinating that we are in the midst of, a election, pre-election frenzy. And are any of the there's one Democratic candidate. Do you see, of all the things that she's talking about, what should black people be saying that any presidential candidate must address? We should be saying you have to talk about racism, white supremacy, as it relates to white behavior towards black people. Put that at the same level of discussion that you would talk about anti-Semitism. Put it at the same level of discussion that you would talk about gender discrimination against women. Put it at the same level, and I'm not saying group it all together and talk about diversity. No, I'm saying separate, on its own, talk about racism, white supremacy. And if we had respect for ourselves as black people, we would say that the candidate has to have at the top of their agenda the discussion of racism, white supremacy, and the rampant killing of black males. And see, it's not just a question of police. Police are just the first line defenders of the state. That is their assignment. It's not police by themselves. It's the entire system structure of racism, white supremacy that needs to be addressed.
So that was Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. And again, she's almost there, but almost doesn't count. Really, no, it counts in horseshoes and grenades, okay? No, the white supremacy part is not true. And that doesn't mean we shouldn't have a discussion. We should have a discussion. Are white people superior? How do superior people act? Do they want to kill everybody who's actually smarter than they are? I mean, is that really a sign of superior? Would a superior race do that? Would a superior race do that? Hell no. So stop saying it. All right, when we come back, we'll start the second hour late as all get out. But when we come back, I do want to go into what my comments were to Dr. Welsing and how they responded to my comments, okay? Because I think it's very important that we present both arguments, all right? Now, I did her argument good justice, gave her a good 20 minutes. More than that, maybe 30 minutes. That's her argument. You don't get to submit, well, let me go back. Well, wait a minute. Let me change some things. Oh, no. You know your argument. That's your argument. When we come back, we're going to get mine. The second hour of the Real Brother Radio Show starts right now.
These kind of boys seems innocent, Boogie. Got everybody on the post thinking he's a strong black buck. White boys envy his strength, his speed, power in his swing. Then this colored champion lets those same white boys call him Shine or Sambo.
Whoa, Lord.
And he just smiles.
Dream about the time when I was.
Can't talk.
The night would get blue.
Can barely read or write his own name. And don't care. He'll tell you they like him. Or that colored folks ain't supposed to have but so much sense. You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do. My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, And I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war. Because of fools like CJ. You watch everything he does. Everything.
Broadcasting live from the Real Brother Radio Studios in Los Angeles, California. It's the Real Brother Radio Show with your host, Theron K. Cal. And now, here he is, the Real Brother, Theron K. Cal.
Okay, all right, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Real Brother Radio Show. This is supposed to be hour number 2, even though it's 22 minutes after the hour. But play does indeed resume. We went a little bit long with Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and I want to continue it in the second hour. What we're talking about is this myth that white people are superior. That is the heart of the problem. Really, Theron? Really? I mean, and when I talked about in the last hour, even for racists, if they knew the truth would be liberating. They talk about freedom and liberty. What better way to get freedom and liberty than to know the truth? If they knew the truth, see, black people don't understand this. And black people who do understand it are like, well, why would you tell them how to do the truth? You wouldn't want them to know the truth because they're racist. And they would even say the same thing. They would say, well, if we knew the truth, we would still kill everybody black. They believe that. And people do what they believe, that just like you. If Dr. Francis Cress Welsing had a way to make white people superior, if she could wave a magic wand and make white people superior, she'd do it. How come? Because she believes white people are superior. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If she had a chance to do it, she'd do it. But if she knew the truth, she wouldn't do it. How come? If she knew white people weren't superior, she wouldn't make them superior. She would make them stop killing black people. If white people knew the truth, that their guilt and their anxiety and their pain and their anger and their rage was based on the fact that they thought they were superior when they're the dumbest people on the planet. If they knew the truth, you think they would still want to kill black people? If they knew that the Jews spent 150 years learning from black people, and that's why they are at the top of the scale of whiteness, if you Anglo whites knew that, you don't think that would help you? If you knew why Jews owned Hollywood and why Jews were so wealthy, if you knew why, it wouldn't mean anything to you. It wouldn't be something that you could take advantage of. Of course it would. But you have to go back to what I said before. See, I can't as a real brother, right, who seeks truth, I can't say, well, I'm only going to accept truth from certain groups of people. I'm only going to accept truth from the 10% of black people who reject the myth that white people are superior. And anybody else telling me 2 + 2 = 4, I can't listen to them. I can't accept truth from anybody except for Obama and Oprah and Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and Dr. Dre and Jay-Z and Beyonce, because they're the only people that are black and embrace their black race and culture and reject the myth that whites are superior. So I can only listen to them telling me that 2 + 2 = 4. That would be stupid. Really? Yes. Because I could learn from people who think that white people are superior. Really? Yes. The truth is the truth, not half the truth. The truth is the truth. It's beneficial for all of us. I think it's very important. I really do. I think it's very important. Now, let me finish my blast, because I was putting my blast out and I didn't get a chance to finish it. They got Tiger. Now what for Tiger? Well, I'm telling you what for Tiger. Get your confidence back and then go out there and get your crown back. Let me hit them up, the Golf Channel. All right. It's obvious, Tiger. get your confidence back, and then get your #1 spot in the world back. Spot. World back. Okay. Black Media Matters hashtag in there. Black Matters. Right. Where's the other post there? Oh, there it is. Okay. Second hour of power. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Wrong is 2 less shoes. Blah, 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 blah. 559-726-1300. And then the code is 814307. Let's see. And then run it up. Okay. And then TuneIn app. And when you guys go to that TuneIn app, be sure that you hit the follow button. All right. Matters. Okay, there we go. All right, and there we go. Oh, then by doing that, I lost my tiger post, but that's okay. All right, let's get back to the show since we're here and we're dressed. Let's see. Since we're here and we're dressed too, we should go ahead and do the AP News Minute. So let's do that, and then we'll come back and we'll get into Dr. Welsing and them and their comments. All right.
This is AP News Minute. The White House signaled Tuesday President Obama would sign a proposed compromise on a deal to curb Iran's nuclear program. Cabinet members visited Capitol Hill to tell lawmakers on details of the final deal. Police say they are investigating the fatal shooting of a North Carolina community college worker as a possible hate crime. 20-year-old Kenneth Morgan Sansel was arrested after entering a campus print shop and firing a shotgun, killing his former supervisor. 9 former Atlanta public school teachers will be serving jail time after a widespread cheating scandal. Fulton County's district attorney says he hoped the sentences would show other jurisdictions how cheating on tests is harmful. And a camera-shy chimp at a Netherlands zoo got up close and personal with a drone. The skillful chimp used a stick to send the drone tumbling to the ground and managed to get a few close-ups on camera. Emily Roseman, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
That's funny that the monkey took a stick and knocked the drone out the sky and then played with it. Very good, very interesting. It shows how nature plays a factor, right? You just can't assert that you're superior because you're white. It doesn't make any sense. All right, welcome back to the Real Brother Radio Show. 29 minutes after the hour, play resumes. Now, let's get into it. Let's see what this is. This is Dr. Francis Cress. This is very important. The most important, this is for everybody, really. Yeah, because it's not going to come from white people. Nobody white is going to say, hey, you know what? Whites aren't superior. It's hurting us. They don't believe it, really. No, they're stupid. They don't believe that thinking they're superior when they're not. They don't believe that hurts them. Of course it does. You're not competitive because you think that it's okay. You don't have to be competitive. They revel in being stupid. They think their ignorance is okay. It's okay that I'm ignorant because I'm white. Jesus Christ, are you serious? Yeah, they're serious. Their ignorance is just as good as our intelligence. Why? Because they're white. Couldn't be any dumber. So this is not just a problem for black people, but I am being realistic. Nobody white is going to wake up to the fact that they're not superior and that it's hurting society because they think they're supposed to be superior and they're the dumbest people on the planet. So somebody black is going to have to spread the word and then hope somebody white says maybe they're right. Maybe we might want to get into the 21st century and stop living in 1830. So here's the good doctor.
Well, I say that the subconscious fear factor is that the black male has a genital apparatus. In other words, in the testicles is the genetic material. And this is why there was a direct, overt attack on the testicles at one point. But now it's being done by a gun. In other words, the white brain computer And do we see that happening right in front of us? It's like up in your face. How could anything be more up in your face than seeing the whole Congress of the United States stand and cheer when the first black man as president of the United States is bypassed and overlooked? And the whole Congress, including Democrats, standing and cheering.
Okay, that wasn't it either. All right, well, it's okay. I have another one, so let's just put that one away, and let's go to this one.
That as children, they can be adequate mothers and fathers. Stop throwing down trash where black people live, work, and play. Stop believing in welfare, believe in prosperity. Stop pretending that racism, white supremacy does not exist. And stop allowing racism, white supremacy, dividing black, brown, red, and yellow people. So those behaviors, just, if a person decided, what I think I'm going to do is...
Now, she was saying that in response to me saying that white supremacy doesn't exist. But they won't even listen to what I'm saying, and they don't feel they have to. How come? Because I'm black. And I'm such a small percentage of the media. I'm only 0.00001% of the media. So anything that I say, they could just simply dismiss. I said racism is real. Now, they can't put racism in the back of the seat of a cab and leave it there, or put it into the walls or into the institution. But yeah, racism lives in the hearts and in the DNA of all white people. It's real. But white supremacy is a myth. They're not superior. Stop saying that. And I said, I'm begging you to stop saying that. Well, they got to stop pretending that white supremacy is not real. What are you saying? Well, I'm saying that whites are superior. Why? Well, they blew up the Batman movie. That's not a superior race of people wouldn't do that. Well, they shot up the elementary school, the first grade at Samuel Elementary. A superior race of people wouldn't do that. Well, they flew the plane into the French Alps. They flew the plane right into the mountain. Superior people wouldn't do that. Well, they have to kill everybody black because they can't compete with blacks. Well, what in the hell is this lady talking about? You aren't making the argument that they're superior. So why do you keep saying it?
I'm not going to name call any black person. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to practice that for the next couple of weeks. Or I'm not going to gossip. That is transforming the energy force field around you, moving it from the negative self-image, self-concept imposed on us by racism, white supremacy, transforming that ourselves, not asking people who classify themselves as white, put positive images on the TV of black people. No, that'll be very difficult for them to do. And so black people, no, I'm going to change my thinking about myself. I am going to realize that the word nigger is not a term of endearment. Calling myself a bitch or a hoe is not self-respect. Calling myself a gangster and a thug means that somebody has been able to turn my image of myself into trash, and therefore they have defeated me. So we're going to have another caller.
800-450-7876, line 1. Raheem, you have a question for Dr. Welsing?
Okay, first and foremost, I'm just going to be straight up. I'm kind of getting tired of everybody calling these shows trying to act like people don't understand, okay? All our teachings are different, okay? Now, you can't get mad at another person because they don't agree with...
Do us a favor, because we're running out of time.
He shut him down. Really? Oh, he shut him down. Because after I got off the phone with him, they were saying, oh, you don't understand. You don't get it. We're not saying whites are superior. We're just saying that whites are superior. Well, they've set up an institution. They set up superior institutions. Well, that's saying that they're superior. Well, no, you don't get it. You don't understand. They are superior. They blew up the Boston Marathon. You know, they'd go all the litany of all the things that prove that they're not superior. I mean, good grief. If they have a problem with us as black people, and they can't solve it any other way than to kill everybody black, how can you argue they're superior? We have a problem. What? They hate us because we're black. Now, what was the solution to that problem? President Obama. How many white people did we have to kill to get President Obama to be president? Wasn't there a solution that didn't involve in killing the entire white race? So how in the hell are they superior? That's their solution, that we shouldn't exist. And this idiot, and obviously she went to their schools. She said, oh, I'm not going to call anybody black a name. No, I have to call you an idiot. Really? Yeah. I don't get it. You don't get it. And the brother was like, man, and he heard me. How did he hear me? He heard what I said. You keep talking, insult the brother, talking about he don't get it. You are saying that white people are superior, and you're pointing out all the dumb things that they're doing, and then saying that, see, that proves it. That doesn't prove nothing other than the fact that they're stupid. Jesus Christ. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I hope you do.
I'll let you preach on another time, but you have a question for Dr. Welsing.
It's just like what you're doing now. I mean,
all right, we'll go to somebody else. Thank you, Raheem. Let's go to line 4. Q, do you have a question for Dr. Welsing?
And for me, and see, this is the thing for me. Didn't you hear her say that we were going to have a dialogue? What's wrong, Farron? They can't make their argument. How come I can make mine? How come Carl Nelson understands what I'm saying when I say, stop saying white people are superior? They're too damn dumb for you to be saying that they're superior. How come he can understand that? But I'm too dumb to understand him when he says white people are superior. You just can't see it. You just don't see it. You want to act like their superiority doesn't exist. Now, whose job is it to show me how these idiots blowing up marathons and shooting up elementary schools are superior? Is it my job to show myself to see it? Or is it your job to point out to me how in the hell these idiots lost by 10 million votes, how in the hell are they superior? Isn't that your job? How come you understand me, but I'm too dumb to understand you? Or are you too dumb to articulate a position that is absolutely ridiculous? There is not a damn thing superior about these idiots. And if we are going to move society forward, and of course, as a white person, you'd be happy if we stopped right now. Now, you would prefer us to go back to 1830, but if we stopped right now, and for the next 500 years we stayed here, I don't think a white people would take that. Really, they'd take it in a minute, because they stopped society from evolving, from advancing. In 50 years, white people will be 100 years behind black people. Now, oh yeah, they're thinking, no, in 100 years, in 50 years, we will have killed you. That is what white people think, that in 50 years, they will have killed 40 million African Americans. Really? Yeah, they believe that. Oh yeah, they will never admit it, but yeah, they believe that. But the reality is, in 50 years, they're going to be 100 years behind us, because we're not going to let them kill us. Even though we don't realize that they're that stupid, we aren't going to let them do it. I'll say it again. Even though we don't realize as black people that white people are that stupid to think that they could kill us, all of us, okay, we're not going to let them do it. The 10% of blacks who know exactly good and well how dumb they are not going to allow it to happen. You aren't going to have a say, Dr. Welsing. You ain't going to have a say, Carl Nelson. How come? Because you had a chance to make your argument and you failed to make it. Well, they are superior. That's not good enough. I'm sorry. Well, they blew up the... That's not good. That don't show no superiority. That shows being dumb. Okay. Now, maybe if they had caught the fool before he blew up the marathon, then we might give him some credit. But hell no! After they blew up the man, please. All right, we got our racist. He got another lie or another insult for me. Here we go. All right, you got the next lie, the next insult.
In another 50 years, Planned Parenthood will kill.
No. Black abortion is down to it's down 80%. Black abortion is down. You see what I'm saying? No. I want you guys to understand. Really? Yeah. Well, Theron, don't you think that one day they're going to call up and tell you the truth? No. How come? Because they don't believe that the truth serves them. Really? No, they think they're being told by their racist handlers that lying works. Black abortion is down 80% since Obama came into office. All abortions are down to 1973 levels. In 1973, Roe versus Wade, the Supreme Court made abortion illegal. Abortion was illegal. So all abortions prior to 1973 weren't recorded legally. So if abortions are down to where they were in 1973, then they're down more than 80%. But at least among black women, 80% reduction in abortions since Obama's election. And so the truth of the matter is, that's a dumb argument that you have right there, Mr. Racist. Because you're stupid. All right.
Is Q there on line 4? All right, let's go to line 3. Shayon. See, this is time is money, folks. Is Shayon there in California on line 3?
Yeah.
You have a question for Dr. Welsing?
Yeah, I do. I have a question and a quick statement, Carl. The statement is, before people call up to the show, maybe they should read Dr. Welsing's book.
Talking about me. Now, I've read her book. She says the same crap, that white people are superior. She's wrong. Why is everybody making this argument? Okay, she said it 100 million times. She wrote a book. Okay, great. Whites are superior. Whites are God. God is white. Jesus is white. Okay, great. It's not true. She might as well wrote a book called 2 + 2 = 7. Okay? And now she's going on the show saying 2 + 2 is 7, 2 + 2 is 7, 2 + 2 is 7. Sounds good. Sounds great. Not true. It's not true. So the reason she's on this show 50 years later lying is because she wrote a book without the knowledge of how dumb white people were.
Before they call in and go on attack mode. And my question is, when is do you expect our black politicians and
Here we go. Attack Obama. Why? Well, because it's okay. The racist said it was okay to attack Obama. Oh, okay. Well, what about this nut talking about white people are superior and they dumbest people on the planet? Oh, no, you can't attack her. How come? Well, the white people said we can't attack her. We can only attack Obama and Theron and people that oppose racism and reject the myth that whites are superior, that we can only attack them. Massa said that if you attack them, some of these coons that join the Klan, well, then Massa, you gonna get whipped. Massa ain't gonna take too kindly. Stupid ass, coon ass Negro.
Talked up black leaders to ask Miss Hillary Clinton about this shooting of black people prior to the election of 2016. And if you don't think so, can you tell the audience why not? Thank you, Dr. Cress Welsing. That people should read the book before they call up. Thank you.
What a stupid idiot. No, seriously. If I had not read her book, I mean, you can go online and get her book. You can go to the library and get her book. I'm not afraid of her book. I told you the sister was a doctor in Phoenix. Bad too. And it was at the UCLA book fair, right? I was slanging the Sellout Diaries DVDs. But anyway, she introduced me to the ISIS papers. She gave me the book. I sat there and read it. And the part that I didn't like was she was saying that white people were superior. And and the parts we agree on about the racism and all that, that's fine. But that's the one part, and that's the main part of her argument, is that white people are superior, so we have to go back to Africa or something. We have to stop when you're in Massa's presence. You have to stand up straight. Don't look him in the eye. Don't look Massa in the eye now, because Massa is superior to you. Okay, and if Massa say go down there and kill somebody black, then you better go down there and kill somebody black. Massa is superior. I just disagree with it. Why? Because it ain't true.
Well, I would just say if every black person, in my view, should consider him and herself a leader at least of themselves. And so, you know, any of the politicians who happen to come in your area, if you go to a meeting or where the politicians are speaking, every single black person can raise that question. Do you see? Or make the statement that I think that top on your agenda should be the acknowledgement of the system of racism, white supremacy, which is responsible for black people, black males being shot in the street. So if everybody says, I'm a leader, not looking to somebody else to be the politician or the leader, deputize yourself, and recognize your power as an individual. You see, even if you just bring it up for discussion when you're sitting down and having coffee with a friend, you can raise that discussion and raise the consciousness of another person by saying, this is what I'm thinking about. You see, and if the person says, I don't want to hear it, just move on to the next person.
All right, that's what we got to do because we're just out of time. Dr. Welsing.
Just stupid. Really? Oh, my God. What do you think they're... Okay, and that's what I was saying earlier. They don't want to solve the problem. How come? Because they think that whites are superior, and so their whole mission in life is to prove that whites are superior instead of solving the problem. And they see Obama, and they see Oprah, and they see Magic, and they see Jordan, and they say, oh, no, they didn't solve the problem. I told you I had that problem with Reverend Al. Really, yeah. When I was a kid growing up, Reverend Al would say, well, 1 or 2 black millionaires ain't going to do nothing. Are you kidding me? 1 or 2 black millionaires is going to show how black people can be millionaires. What the hell is he talking about? What, I need 20 millionaires to show me that one black person, to show me how to be a millionaire? No, I just need 1. I don't need 20 presidents to show me that somebody black can be president. That very notion that you need 100,000 black presidents before you could, oh man, stupid. No, you just need 1 person to become president and show you how to do it. That person could be white. But how many teachers would you need? How many Boston Marathon bombings would you need to conclude that white people, maybe they aren't superior? Well, if they blew up 20 marathons, then okay, and 50 Batman movies and 100 Safeways. Are you serious? No, it just takes 1. Really? Yeah. The racists are mixing Greek mythology with the reality of whites not existing in Africa at the time of Jesus. Really? Yeah. They do this all the time. They mix the movies and the Bible with science. And you have to understand the difference. How dumb to mix Greek mythology and science. It's just plain dumb. And let's talk about it. Why? Because white people don't know the difference. No, they're not that stupid. They are. They're telling me about the Greeks and the Romans. No, that's Greek mythology. Yeah, but it has to be based on something. Yeah. Based on their imagination. You understand what I'm saying? It's based on their imagination. Really? Yeah. Because there weren't any white people during the time of Jesus. There weren't no Romans. There weren't no Nazis. There weren't no Avengers, superhero, Thor. They think Thor is real. Come on, racist, man. God dang, you got pick it up. That's stupid. Let me hit them up. They think Thor and the Avengers are real. No, they're myths. I mean, just stupid. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is the Real Brother Radio Show. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and let's keep the and see. Well, let me say the opposite, right? Because I'm saying that you can keep the truth going by going to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donating. And the racists are saying, well, we can kill the truth by not donating. No, doesn't work that way. Really? No, doesn't work that way. And like I said, I mean, I have to, and I will find the money to keep this thing going. But to do that, it would be easier if I wouldn't have to go here and negotiate with some racist. You understand what I'm saying? Who's going to say, well, we want you to stop telling the truth. We want you to stop saying that whites aren't superior. But we'll give you $50,000. So I don't want it to come to that. Okay? Now I understand if you're a racist, you want it to come to that. Okay? I understand that. But I'm not talking to the racists right now. I'm talking to the black people. You don't want to have to rely on Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Carl Nelson and Roland Martin and a bunch of 90% of blacks who believe that whites are superior. If it were true, I'd say, man, go with the truth. If I were lying to you and they were telling you the truth, no, I'm serious. If the show's the Real Brother Radio Show, I'd say, don't listen to me because I'm lying to you. Listen to them. When they tell you that when somebody white blows up the Boston Marathon, that proves they're superior, they're right. And I'm wrong for saying, oh, they just a bunch of stupid ass racists mad because the president's black and they lost by 10 million votes and that's why they blowing stuff up. They're trying to bully him out of office. I tell you, hey, if I'm lying to you, then don't listen to me. Don't donate to me. Go ahead and donate to the Ku Klux Klan, dude, your local chapter of the Klan. They'll do you right. But that's not the case. I'm telling you the truth. I let them have their argument. I never say, oh, don't say to do what Carl Nelson did to that brother. What did that brother do? That brother listened to them saying that, wrongly suggesting that I don't get it. I don't understand how superior white people are. You see how he flew that plane into that mountain? Shoot, man, he had to go. They said he went down and he had to go down and then he had to steer it a little bit to the left to make sure he hit it at the right spot because there was no bullseye on the mountain. He had to, he had to maneuver, man. There were some birds. He had to dodge the birds to get to the mountain and blow everybody. What the hell are you talking about? It ain't take no damn superiority to fly a plane into a damn mountain, you stupid idiot. What in the hell are these black idiots talking about? Well, I'm not going to call anybody black idiot. I am. You know how many people you getting killed with this nonsense that they're superior to us? Well, you shouldn't call yourself this word and that word and the N word and all these words. You making excuses for these racists now? Well, yeah, it's because they're superior. I mean, come on. Don't you get it? They're financed because of what they're saying. They're financed because they won't tell them the truth. I'm not stupid. If I start lying, the money will pour in. I won't be taking donations anymore. All I have to do is start lying. I'm not going to do it. Why? Because it's wrong. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donate because the truth does indeed have value. Here's Coffee Black.
Black coffee, no sugar, no Coffee Black, coming through to bring you the latest in sports, celebrity, and entertainment news. Here's the sip this week. So, rapper Nelly was arrested over the weekend after a raid of his tour bus. Yes, he's on tour. Crystal meth, marijuana, and guns were found. Have we learned nothing from T.I.? Tighten up, Nelly. In Kardashian news, Khloe and Lamar are apparently still married. Yeah, she filed for divorce back in 2013, but Lamar never responded. So Khloe could have still gone through with it, but she didn't, and now the court is saying if she don't sign the papers, the divorce will be dismissed. Girl, sign the papers. And in more divorce news, it looks like Fantasia is heading for divorce as well. Who did she marry? I don't know, but it happened about a year ago. Saving happy news for last, Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel are proud parents of their new baby boy. Drugs, divorce, and babies. I'm just saying. Make sure you check out my site, thesipwithcoffeeblack.com, and tune in next week to The Sip with Coffee Black. No sugar, no coke.
Real Brother here. Play resumes. I wanted to invite you to listen to the Real Brother Radio Show. Weeknights, 6 p.m. to 9 on RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com. The Real Brother Radio Show is brought to you by Quick Mart. Same great quality, only quicker. Quick Mart, bringing convenience back to the convenience store. The Real Brother Radio Show on RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com, because the truth has value.
It's the Real Brother Radio Show.
Has value. Introducing RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com. Real Brother Radio Network is a subsidiary of Real Brother Radio Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing the standards of black media. That means we aren't owned or controlled by any group or entity. If it's true, then we can tell it, show it, and talk about it. Have an article, commentary, or submission? Send it to info@realbrotherradionetwork.com. Host a podcast or radio show? Are you looking for a broadcast home? Then why not join Real Brother Radio Network? We offer a 24-hour stream as well as access to TuneIn, iTunes, and a listing in the Shoutcast directory. And of course, the full promotional backing of the Real Brother Radio brand. RealBrotherRadioNetwork.com, because the truth has value.
Thinking he's a strong black buck. White boys envy his strength, his speed, power in his swing. Then this colored champion lets those same white boys call him Shine or Sambo.
Whoa, Lord.
And he just smiles.
Dream about the time when I was.
Can't talk.
The night would get blue.
Can barely read or write his own name. And don't care. He'll tell you they like him. Or that colored folks ain't supposed to have but so much sense. You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do. My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war. because of fools like CJ. You watch everything he does. Everything.
All right, welcome back to the program, everybody. Real Brother Radio Show. I was trying to get creative on my drop for my final hour of power, my blast. Let's see here. 559-726-1300, code 814307. All right, then the TuneIn app, TuneIn link. Be sure to cover me on that. Let's get a photo on there, and let's see here. Image. Brother on the mic. Mic photo. Addo, Rachel Baddow. Let her know that the truth is out there. Addo blog is the one she opened. How about Mark Levin with his dumb ass? Let's put Mark Levin up there. Oh, race, 100% racist. MSNB. I want to put Reverend Al. See if you can put Reverend Al up there. All right, let me put Reverend Al up there. Yeah, I think it worked. Really? Yeah, it's on there. All right, well, there we go. We did it. We made it happen. All right, welcome back to the Real Brother Radio Show. My name's Darren Cal. I am your host. It's the final hour of power, 3 minutes after the hour, and play resumes. Yeah, we were just listening to Dr. Welsing and the nonsense she was saying. And it was nonsense, really. Yeah, it was a bunch of nonsense about how white people are superior. And I want to solve the problem. And we can't solve the problem if we lying about what the problem is. If we're trying to push something that's not true. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. All right. Well, Hillary is big news. She announced her campaign and she showed up in Iowa today.
I just want to tell you a little bit about why I'm here today. I think we all know that Americans have come back from some pretty tough economic times. And our economy and our country are much better off because American families have basically done whatever it took to make it work. But I think it's fair to say that as you look across the country, the deck is still stacked in favor of those already at the top. And there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong when CEOs make 300 times more than the typical worker. There's something wrong when American workers keep getting more productive as they have, and as I just saw a few minutes ago, is very possible because of education and skills training, but that productivity is not matched in their paychecks. I have this new granddaughter, and I want her to have every opportunity, but I want every child in our country to have every opportunity. And that's one of the main reasons that I decided to run, because believe me, I know that it's not going to be easy, that I'm going to have to work hard to earn every single vote and get every caucus goer I can round up to show up next February. But I just felt like I couldn't walk away from what I see as the challenges we face.
And that's not good, really. That's not good. And see, what's not good about it there? People don't give a damn about none of that stuff. All right? You're going to have to deal with the fact that you are white and that President Obama was black and that President Obama was the most successful president that we ever had. And you have to understand, the dumb people who didn't vote for Obama because he was black, right, are not the people you have to worry about. Really? Yeah, I mean, come on, think about it. If they didn't vote for Obama because he was black, did she have to worry about that? Did she have to worry about getting somebody who wouldn't vote for Obama because he was black? But it says something about how stupid she is if she thinks that she has to. Well, I don't know if you saw, but I noticed, but I'm not black. No, they notice you're not black. You don't have to worry about those people. You have to worry about the people who voted for Obama, because we aren't racist. We don't give a damn what color he is. We don't care what race he is. We voted for him because he was the best candidate, because he had the best argument, because he wasn't a racist, because he wasn't a liar. Now, if you don't understand that, Hillary, then you lose. Really? Yeah. And she doesn't believe it. Why you say that? Because you're white. She doesn't believe that we're going to vote for the best candidate. She does not believe it. She thinks we're going to vote for her come hell or high water, like was what she thought last time. Are you going to lie to me and say she didn't think that? You thought she intended to lose? No, she didn't intend to lose. How come she lost? Because she didn't have a better argument. Because she was to her white supremacy, her racist DNA, she couldn't control it. And 3, she lied. And we're not mad at her. In fact, we thank her very much. Okay, because we got that black genius. But if you don't follow this man's policies, Hillary, you are not going to be president. And a lot of white people are going to be upset. It could come to a point where white people don't vote in presidential elections, that only black people do. Could you imagine? And would that hurt? Would that be bad? No. If black people pick the next 10 presidents, man, we could turn this country around. We could make this the greatest nation on the planet. But I don't really want to do it that way. Really? No. Why? Because we just spent the last 2 hours listening to how stupid somebody black can be. I don't see what the nonsense Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Carl Nelson are talking about. I don't see that as being any more or less worse than what some white idiot that thinks white people are superior would be talking about. I think I would like both idiots to be participating in the political process, to be a positive force in the political process, to move us forward, to continue Obama's policies. I'm not tripping off of your race. So I don't want to discard, say, oh, well, forget her, man, she's white. I don't want to say that. I don't. Now, if she just won't get it, she just doesn't get it, then okay, then we have to. But come on, Hillary. And it's our faults too. Why is that? But if you don't tell her, how would she? Who do you think? You think Fox News is going to tell her? Man, there is nobody white. David Axelrod will tell her, but she won't listen to him. If I was Hillary, and see, she can't do it. How come? Because she's thinking she's going to lose the racist vote if she says, David Axelrod, would you run my campaign? Rahm Emanuel, Pluff. Can't do it. And that doesn't mean she can't call him and say, look, if you tell anybody that I called you, I'm going to deny it. I have to, because these racists won't vote for me if they know I'm talking to you. But how could I win this election? Well, Obama made a better argument, so you have to make a better argument. Don't think that you're going to win just because you're Hillary. Make a better argument. Look at their stupid ass arguments, which it ain't going to be hard to make a better argument, but make a better argument. Don't be racist. Don't appease the racists. Don't say that some of the cops that are killing these black kids are good cops. Don't say nothing stupid like that. Do not appease these racists. These racists should be put in jail. When they kill somebody because that person is black, they should go to prison. I don't care. Well, I'm going to lose the Klan vote if I say that. I don't give a damn. You don't want to be standing up on the podium with Ron Paul and them. You do not want to be seen as the candidate of a bunch of racists who are going to kill black people, because black people won't vote for you if they see you standing on stage with George Zimmerman and Officer Wilson and Slager. But don't do it. I know you got that racist DNA. All white people have it. But do not let that racist DNA stop you from getting elected. Control it. And 3, I know you're tempted, do not lie. It'll come back to bite you. Do not lie. And learn how to leave things out. Really, I'm not going to say don't lie and tell them, look, you guys hated Obama because he was black. I understand you can't tell them that, but just leave things out. Well, maybe people didn't quite understand what President Obama's intentions were with his policies, and hopefully I can explain it better to you. There. All right? So you didn't have to say, oh, no, they don't. His race had nothing to do with it. The racists just didn't like his policy. Damn good will. So don't lie. But just maybe leave some things out. Well, I'm sure that if they got to know President Obama, then they wouldn't hate him because he's black. Okay. No, I'm just playing. So she can get help, but she's going to have to get it. All right. The number to call, 559-726-1300. The code is 814-307. Let's go into the timeline. Twitter, RBR Network 1, RBR Network 1, and see what they're talking about, knowing they ain't talking about nothing. What do we got? Lester trying to portray me as pathological, as mentally ill, as sick, as stupid, as dumb. And he doesn't understand. People resent that. Really? Yeah. There's some white people that resent that. Why? Well, because, we are having a debate. And it's obvious to everybody listening to the debate, that's observing the debate, that Lester's losing the debate. So when Lester starts calling me Mongo and putting up Planet Theron and suggesting that there's a pathology, that it's sick, that it's mental illness to oppose racism, to oppose racist thinking that the Marvel comic characters were actually alive and that they were white during the time of Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? This is long before the Marvel characters and stuff and the Greek and the mythology and all that stupid stuff. Are you stupid? That was 1,000 years after Jesus. So people are listening to the debate and they're seeing you getting creamed, and then you come back with some stupid insult based on my race. People resent that. Really? Yeah, because even all white people believe black people are inferior. Really? Yeah. All white people believe that. So when I get into a debate with somebody white, they're looking for you to show and prove, because to represent. And you're not representing. All you're doing is insulting me and attacking me and calling me names and saying that I'm crazy because I oppose racists killing kids. So what you're saying is, what you're doing is not helping your cause. It's making people resent you. Well, yeah, they'll throw you. They have no problem throwing you under the bus like they did Todd Kincannon. Oh, he was a crazy sociopath. Oh, he was yeah. They'll say the same thing about you, Lester. You are not making an argument. You're not. And I'm being honest with everybody when I say that you're dumb. You are one dumb person. More dumb than normal people are dumb. All right, Racist Monster is back with more lies and more insults. Here we go. All right, you there? Monster.
You keep saying people resent that. Who are...
Yeah. The people resent that. Slow down. Calm down. Don't get so excited with your stupid ass. Yeah. There are white people that want to see Lester win the debate. Is this Lester? Are you Lester?
Who are these people? Name one.
No. I couldn't do that. Why? Because you would kill them. You would attack somebody. Are you really trying to make the argument that there aren't white people observing our debate? They don't want their house firebombed, but they are observing the debate, that they want to see you win. They want to see the racists win because they're white. Hillary, you don't think Hillary wants to see you guys win in a debate against me? Why is he hanging up? Well, Theron, you dropping too much knowledge on him. Well, what the knowledge ain't... there's a difference between knowledge and me hitting him with the right cross. Pow! I'm just talking to him before the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's all hype. I ain't hit him yet. What he falling down for? What the hell is he falling down for? I haven't hit him yet. Put him up. They ain't fall down. We just putting him up. We ain't hit you yet, you stupid idiot. No, but I'm serious when I say that. Really? Yeah, there's white people that want you guys to win. Well, if we call you a name, doesn't that count as a win? Hell no. Now you do that after you lose, then you come back and call somebody a name. But no, there's white people that, just like there's black people, and they're listening to me. No, I'll what's good for the goose. There are black people that will never say one word to Lester because they don't want him all in his business and stealing their old websites and stuff. So they're not going to ever say anything. But they're rooting for me to knock his stupid white racist ass out. They are. And I'm aware of that. Now, are these people waiting for Lester Palmer to concede? Okay, you got me on that one. You beat me. No. Why? Because they know he's not going to do that. He's racist. He's stupid. He'll never concede that he lost. But yeah, they know they understand he's on the ground shivering and shaking and shivering and his mouthpiece is all out and he's slobbering at the mouth and he's unconscious. They understand he got knocked out. They're not stupid. And that's all they want. They just want me to take his argument apart, piece by piece, because it's dumb. And they're rooting for me to do that. And that's what I'm doing. And there are white racists that are rooting for you stupid idiots. Really? Yes. Here's a sister, and she retweeted me, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. But you understand what I'm saying? We are trying our best to make sure that we move forward. Now, that doesn't mean that we turn our backs on these racists. But yeah, we're trying to move forward, man. We're trying to make the world a better place for everybody. All right? Black Media Matters, and I guess Supreme Slob, he put Black Media Matters. No, 2 + 2 = 4 is not the facts of the equation. The facts of 2 + 2 = 4 are 2 + 2. 4 is the conclusion, the proof, what 2 + 2 proves. You understand what I'm saying? So in the equation 2 + 2 = 4, 4 is the conclusion. 2 + 2 are the facts. 2 + 2, the facts of 2 + 2 prove 4. Now, 4 has to be proven. 2 + 2 doesn't. How come? Because 2 + 2 are the facts. You don't have to prove the facts. You have to prove the conclusion. 4 could be 6 - 10, 10 - 6. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not trying to prove 2 + 2. You don't have to prove 2 + 2. But you have to prove 4. You have to prove 7. And I'm being serious when I say this. Don't think that this is a joke. You're thinking because you get it that they do. They don't. Really? They don't. Any of them? None of them. No. Yes. White people accept, and listen to what they're saying. White people think 2 + 2 = 4 is a fact. No. Really? No. 2 + 2 part is a fact. Those are the facts. 4 is the conclusion. 4 is the answer. 4 is what 2 + 2 proves. It's a very strong distinction because what they're going to do is play games. What do you mean? Well, they're going to say that they didn't say 7. They didn't say 2 + 2 was 7, and you haven't proven that 2 + 2 is 2 + 2. It has proof. You didn't prove it, or you can prove it, or it has proof somewhere. You have to find it. No, it doesn't have proof. Nobody can prove 2 + 2. They can prove 2 + 2 is 4, but you can't prove 2 + 2. It's a fact. You don't have to prove it. Okay? So facts don't have to be proven. They don't understand that. Why? Because they're dumb. 2 plus 2 are the facts that prove 4. Racists don't get it. Now, most people on most shows wouldn't mess with that. How come? Because it exposes how dumb white people are. And most talk show hosts don't want to lose their audience, and they know that dumb white people make up the bulk of their audience. So they don't want to. Randy Rhoads was like that. It was a big mistake. How come? Because while white people are a little upset, okay, that you're telling them the truth about how stupid they are, the benefits from them knowing, from them learning, far outweigh how upset they are that somebody told them the truth. Yes. See, what Lester does, now you wouldn't notice this if you weren't really paying very close attention. But what Lester does is Lester finds out the truth from me, right? And then portrays me as lying. And him as being a purveyor of truth. Really? Yeah. Now you wouldn't think he would do that, or he would be smart to do that. He's not really smart to do that. But yeah, at first he did think I was lying because I was black and his ancestors told him that black people lie and black people are stupid. So he really did believe I was stupid. But once he realized that I wasn't, he said, oh, well, that's okay. I'll just wait for him to give me the answers, to give me the facts, to give me the truth, and I'll steal it. And I'll make it my argument and say that he said 2 + 2 is 7. I'll just say that he's lying. He said this. He said that. He did it. He said the eggs hatch. And the babies are born and the babies are hatched. Oh, he does. Yeah. Indian Enigma does that too. Really? Yeah. They'll take facts that they got from me, and then they'll say, you don't know the facts. You're a liar. He takes the definition of dolphin, which is a fish with a womb, and he won't print that part. He'll just take the second part that says a dolphin is a mammal. And he'll just copy and paste that part, and he'll swear up and down that I'm lying, that a dolphin's not a fish. But he knows damn good and well that a dolphin's a fish. He didn't know that before. So he takes the truth and then just turns it around and says I'm lying. And the people that really do hate me because I'm black believe him. But the people that have sense, they're like, oh, God damn, Lester. He's not fooling anybody. Really? No. Because the people that have, like this nut, there's a nut on here, Gerbus McGerbus, right? Yeah, racist. And he writes, what pizza topping is the most racist? Now, someone like that, he's not interested in the facts or the truth. He's just interested in his hatred of black people, so he'll side with Lester. Really? Yeah. And that's what kind of dummies that he gets. Those are kind of followers that he gets. Now, there's another super slob nut. He's put up a Planet Theron, and I'm going to have to block him because this kind of, you have to be careful because there's when they start vilifying you and demonizing you, they're dehumanizing you, and they're dehumanizing you so that they can harm you. Really? Yeah. So you have to be real careful. When they start doing that, I have to block them. Really? Yeah. Yeah. So you can go back to another profile, or you can change your profile, whoever did that. But I can't have you posting my picture and then posting derogatory things about me or saying derogatory things that I'm not saying. Why? Because you're just really trying to make excuses for people to hurt me or my family. And we're having a debate here. I understand that you think that you win if you get someone killed and all that dumb stuff. But no, we can't allow that. All right? We are trying to, and I think it's wrong too for other white people. Really? Yeah. I mean, you aren't going to fool black people. You're a racist. Black people aren't fooled by that. Even the sellout blacks know that you're racist, right? They just might be gay or they might be mentally ill, and so they choose to side with the Klan, okay? But they know the Klan is racist. Come on. They know you're racist. So we don't have to worry about black people. But there are a lot of white people who really are stupid. All white people obviously are stupid, but they're stupid enough to carry out the violence that these racists are trying to advance. Really, yeah. And so we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. We can debate, but when it delves into the dehumanization of people, we have to be very careful. All right? Okay. We'll take a break and then we'll come right back. This is the first break of the hour. This is the Real Brother Radio Network. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com. All right? All right. This is the Real Brother Radio Network. realbrotherradionetwork.com to donate.
Because the truth has value. Introducing realbrotherradionetwork.com. Real Brother Radio Network is a subsidiary of Real Brother Radio Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing the standards of black media. That means we aren't owned or controlled by any group or entity. If it's true, then we can tell it, show it, and talk about it. Have an article, commentary, or submission? Send it to info@realbrotherradionetwork.com. Host a podcast or radio show? Are you looking for a broadcast home? Then why not join Real Brother Radio Network? We offer a 24-hour stream as well as access to TuneIn, iTunes, and a listing in the Shoutcast directory. And of course, the full promotional backing of the Real Brother Radio brand. realbrotherradionetwork.com, because the truth has value.
The Big Mac. That's right. It all starts with 100% pure beef.
Play resumes. I've been telling you about the Urban Picks website. So many of you have signed up. We're happy to announce that the site has been totally revamped to make it even easier for you to enjoy the best in African American feature films, documentaries, webcasts, and assorted media content. I did mention it was black. Okay. We even made it easier for you to find the site. All you do is go to urbanpicksnow.com and you're in there. Don't forget, tell them the Real Brother sent you. You don't really have to tell them that, but it couldn't hurt. It's your one-stop shop for African American entertainment, information, and cultural enlightenment. Please don't sleep on this. It's urbanpicksnow.com. I guarantee you will love it.
Real Brother here. Play resumes. I wanted to invite you to listen to the Real Brother Radio Show. Weeknights, 6 p.m. to 9 on realbrotherradionetwork.com. The Real Brother Radio Show is brought to you by Quick Mart. Same great quality, only quicker. Quick Mart, bringing convenience back to the convenience store. The Real Brother Radio Show on realbrotherradionetwork.com, because the truth has value.
It's the Real Brother Radio Show.
All right. Well, there you have it. Welcome back to the program, everybody. 30 minutes after the hour, play does indeed resume. We're in my timeline. It's RBR Network 1 on Twitter, RBR Network 1 on Twitter. And it is fascinating. Again, like I said earlier, I'm the only black person that dialogues with these stupid racists. Really? Yeah. You know, people, and I think that for us as blacks, it's a cop-out. Really? Yeah. I mean, 90% of blacks do believe whites are superior. So we see these idiots and we say, oh, nah, man, they're not the real whites, and we dismiss them as a bunch of idiots. Well, the truth of the matter is, yeah, these are the real whites. You haven't met a white person who's superior, because none exist, okay? Because they're all dumb, all right? So you're copping out by not engaging these Lester Palmer. You're not going to find very many white people that are that far smarter than Lester Palmer. Really? Yeah. And he's a third grade dropout, spent 8 years in the loony bin. He's a nut. He doesn't know how to count. He doesn't know the definition of words. He can't form whole thoughts. He's an idiot. But all white people are. Really? Yes. I mean, I'm putting these arguments out there. The white people that aren't commenting are even, well, I'm not going to say they're dumber than Lester, but they're close enough to being dumb to him that they don't make arguments at all. At least Lester's making his stupid arguments. These people aren't even making any argument at all. They are not superior. And I don't understand well, I understand if you never engage with anybody white and they running around here saying they're superior, then you're going to think they're superior. But they're the dumbest people on the planet. So how the hell can they be superior? Now, Lester, in all of his dumb, asked me a question. His question is, what proves 2? 1 plus 1 proves . Now, why couldn't he think of that? Because the dude is stupid. Really? Yes. I'm not joking when I say that. This dude is dumb. Running on E checked in. How you doing? Running on E. Good to see you. All right. 1 plus 1 proves 2. What? 2. Dumb. Hashtag dumb as dirt. Now, what's he going to do after that then? He's going to get mad. How come? Well, that was too clever of an answer. You aren't supposed to be able to answer. Well, no. Why would he think I wouldn't be able to answer? Because he doesn't believe that what I'm saying is true. He doesn't want to believe it. They don't understand facts. So how the hell are they going to win an argument? And I said this about the black fools because they keep talking about a leader, and everybody should be a leader as long as they agree white people are superior. They should be a leader. No. The leader understands how to win an argument, how to make their case. The leader understands that to win, he has to make a better argument. To win, he can't be racist. To win, he can't be a liar. Now, I know that Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Carl Nelson don't think they're lying when they say that whites are superior. And I'll give them that, right? They don't think they're lying. Okay? But the reason 2 plus 2 equals 7 doesn't work is not because it's a lie. It doesn't work because it's not true. It's not correct. So while I'll give you that you really do think whites are superior, it's not true. So it doesn't work, not because it's a lie and you're lying about the people blowing up the Boston Marathon being superior. No, it's not that. It's that it's not true. Do you understand the difference? Lester Palmer is flat out lying when he says that the black race doesn't exist. It's a lie. All right? But it doesn't work not because he's lying. It doesn't work because it's not true. Of course the black race exists. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to understand the distinction. All right? Now, the other racist, I think his name was Chris Liddell, he was saying that I was unreasonable. I'm unreasonable, and you can't reason with me, right? Now, these are their arguments. And Lester's saying, well, he's not trying. Lester says, I'm not trying to reason with him. That's not possible. I'm just mocking and laughing at him as he knocks me out. Now, again, what is that? Well, that's his argument. His argument is, I can't reason with him and convince him that 2 plus 2 is 7, so I just laugh and mock him as he says 2 plus 2 is 4. Now, think about how stupid that is. You can't convince me that 2 plus 2 is 7, so you mock me and laugh at me as I argue that 2 plus 2 is 4. Oblivious to the fact that 2 plus 2 is actually 4. This is how dumb they are. Really? Yes. I'm not playing. Read it for yourself. This is how dumb they are. But Dr. Welsing thinks they're superior. And don't you buy that argument. No, you're just dealing with the dumb ones there, and you just got the dumb ones. I challenge them. Why don't they come forward? How come the smart white people don't come forward? How come they never come forward? You know, they block me. There's a guy, the guy that runs Russell Simmons' company, Michael Shocknick. He's on TV all the time. Russell Simmons hired him to run his website. White boy. Why did he block me? And he supposed to be one of the smart ones? There's another nut that's always out there for Ferguson, marching and at the front of the rally. He's in front of everybody. He takes Martin Luther King's spot. He's right there in front. He got me blocked. How come you got me blocked? You're leading the black movement, but you have me blocked. You're a white boy. Wait a minute. Well, you can't come to the debate, Theron. Why? Because you're smarter than us, and we're white, and the black debate, we don't want these Negroes to actually get the freedom and liberty, you understand? So we have to be here to make sure that you don't get it, you see. So we can't have nobody like you, because you're going to mess around and actually black people will get it, get their freedom and stuff. Obama mess around and succeed, mess with you there, and so we got to block you. So the argument that I'm making right now, or the point, it's not even an argument, it's just a point. These are the best they got. Really? Yeah. This is it. The Todd Kincannons, the Lester Palmers, the Charles Mansons, that's the best they got. The George Zimmermans, the Michael Slagers, the Darren Wilsons. This is the best that their race has to offer. Bunch of Sarah Palin-ass stupid idiots. Really? Yes. Don't you let them fool you. You are seeing their best. They're the dumbest people on the planet. All right, let me hit them up. I can't convince him. I can't reason with him that 2 plus 2 equals 7. So I laugh and mock him as he argues 2 plus 2 equals 4. Got up there. Got him. Pow! That one hit him real hard. Boom! Knocked him out, snapped his head back. He'll be mad at that one too. Really? Yes. Why? Because he's really dumb. Really? Yeah. He ain't that far removed from Joe Hillinger. Really? Yeah. Joe's mentally retarded, but Lester and Joe, they're close. See, and I don't count Joe because the mental illness. But if you are one lightheaded injury away from being on a intellectual par with somebody who's mentally retarded, okay, then you pretty dumb, really. And that's how dumb Lester Palmer is, really. Yes, he put the in dumb. He put the oopid in stupid. Okay, there you go. All right. Joe says 10 minus 6, 1 plus 3, 8 plus 12 are all facts that prove 4 as well. Yes. Yes. There's a set of facts, right? Everything in the universe has a set of facts. Now, what does a set mean? Does a set mean 1? No. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't be one set, but it's going to be a set. Now, a set usually means at least 2. Everything in the universe, really? Everything in the universe. Now, keep in mind, with facts, you have to know the facts. So that doesn't mean that because there's 20,000 different infinite ways to get to 4, and you only know 2 ways, then that means there's only 2 ways to get to 4. No, facts have to be known. So you would have to know all the infinite ways that you can get to 4 to know how many ways there are to get to 4. But it still doesn't negate the facts that 2 plus 2 is 4. It still doesn't negate the fact that the facts are 2 plus 2. Those are the facts. Now, and I'm serious when I say that. White people don't understand that. What I'm open, right? I'm open to finding another term besides dumb for people that can't understand the difference between a fact and a conclusion that a fact proves. Is there some other word other than dumb? We already got stupid. Okay. Are there any other doofus, dummy, idiotic? I mean, do you want to let them come up with the word there? Because they're going to come up with superior. We're superior because we don't understand facts. No, it has to be a word that fits with, that's along the same line as dumb, stupid. You understand what I'm saying? It can't be superior. You dumbass. No. Everything has a set of facts, meaning more than. All right. Now they didn't know that either. How come? Man, they stupid now. Come on now. So the Chris Lydell is suggesting that, oh, I'm a psycho. He's a psycho. How come? Well, he understands facts. So you think I'm psychotic because I understand facts? And you're not psychotic and you want to kill people because they're smarter than you? Are you kidding me? They can't really make their arguments because they're stupid. All right. Now, Supreme Slob, who was that, though? Was that supposed to be was that a 9/7 fronting? Because he says now that he's blocked you, you don't have to pretend anymore. Let's see here. Yeah, Lester thinks that the literal translations are fake quotes. No, you have to learn the definition, Lester, of a literal translation, right? And I do that. Really, yeah, I clarify what they're saying. And I'm not even doing that with Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She's saying it point blank: white supremacy, whites are superior, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. There is no other way to misquote somebody suggesting that whites are superior. Really, yeah. It's crazy. Really, yeah. It's crazy because you're saying something, but you're saying you're not saying it. And then you're saying, I'm stupid because I don't get it. I don't understand what you mean by saying whites are superior. How many different set of facts come associated with the phrase whites are superior? There's only one pertinent fact, and that is your stupid ass thinks white people are superior. And there's no facts that prove it. All we have is 450 years of stupidness. Okay? Does that prove someone's superior? Are the Detroit Lions superior? They haven't won in 100 years. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. No, Joe Hillinger introduces a phrase that is confusing to white people. Why? Well, the phrase known facts are confusing to dumb white people because they're dumb. Really? Yeah. There's no such thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't know the facts does not mean that they're not known facts. That's stupid. Really? Yes. Known facts is a personal statement about whether or not your dumbass knows something. 2 plus 2 is not 6 because you don't know that it's the facts of 2 plus 2. You understand what I'm saying? You not knowing facts doesn't change fact. So that's what he's implying. He's implying, well, if I don't know the facts, well, then 2 plus 2 is 7. No. Really? No. You not knowing a fact doesn't change the fact. It just means you're dumb. Okay? I mean, that's all it means. And we knew that. All right? All right. Baba dabba dooba doop. Baba dabba dabba dop. Baba dooba dabba dop. Donovan Dillon, he hates me. Really? Woo! I mean, he is racist to the core. Really? Oh, my God. Donovan Dillon, boy, he's a racist monster. He'll be getting his kill on. Really? Oh, of course. Oh, it's a matter of time before he kills somebody. Really? Oh, my God. This dude is so racist. It's incredible. Really? Man, he could host Meet the Press. Really? He's so racist. He's so racist, he might be able to the host Meet the Press. Donovan's so racist. Donovan, let me hit him up. D-O-N-A-V-O-N. So racist. He could host the press. And we're talking extremely racist. Let me take this Supreme Slob nut out of here because he didn't put my name up there, Billy. Why do they do that, Darren? Well, they do that because, and see, that's what I'm saying. If they knew the truth and they knew how they would feel after they say something stupid, then they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't say it. Really? No. And see, they would never think that what I'm saying right now is not something that I just pulled out of my butt. That I'm just saying it. It don't mean nothing. It has no meaning to me. I'm not thinking. I'm just saying it. That's how that's part of being stupid. But yeah, they're not thinking what they're saying. They're not able to. I'm not saying that they're not thinking. They want to think. The debate. This is the thing about the debate. The debate is not physical. I joke about knocking them out and punching them and stuff, but I can't really get physical in this forum. Really? No. But see, I understand that. So I understand that while I'm hitting them with blows, the blows are coming from my brain, not from my fist. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean this when I say that. They don't understand that. Really? No. Because they can't do it. It's a stupid way to live your life, but they cannot process information. They are dumb. Really, yes. They cannot think in whole thoughts. They cannot see. They couldn't see that arguing that 2 plus 2 is 7 would be problematic. They couldn't see that. All they could see is he said 2 plus 2 is 4. We're going to say it's 7. We win because we're white. That's how dumb they are. I mean that when I say that's not a joke. That's how dumb they are. They think because they said it, then it's right. It's a fact. I don't know that 2 plus 2 is 4, so therefore it's not 4. You haven't proved it. That's how damn dumb they are. We'll take another break. All right. And we'll come right back. It's the Real Brother Radio thing. I misspelled the word Greek. Right? And Ray Smith, he racist. He has no argument. He's been spending the last 50 minutes saying, what is Greek? What are Greeks? And he's just too dumb to understand. It's called a typo. Look it up. And that's what they do. Really, yeah, they're childish. Donovan says, your words can't harm me, bigot. I mean, he's a monster, really. Oh, my God, he's a monster. He's the dumbest person on the planet. Well, Lester's the dumbest person on the planet, but, I mean, he's close. He's close. Taking Lester's title as the dumbest ever. That's funny. Really? Oh my gosh. The stupidity is funny sometimes just to laugh at it. All right, go to realbrotherradionetwork.com, donate 8. Why? Because the truth has value. And see, they don't want to believe even that phrase, Theron. And people won't give me credit. How come, Theron? Because they think you just made it up. They don't think that you would believe that the truth would have value. And the truth does have value. Well, why did you pick that phrase? Why not a lie is worth $1,000 in donations? And while true, that's true, I don't want to lie to these people. Really, I don't have to. How come? Because they're stupid. The brother was telling me that Malcolm X was on Donahue, right? And the racist was saying, you're a liar, you're a liar. And he turned to the dumb white racist, and he said, what is it about you that I would have to lie to you? You're dumber than dirt. Look at you. Why would I lie to you? That's like walking up to a spider and saying, oh, no, 2 + 2 is 7. Why would I lie to a spider? Why would I lie to somebody that, couldn't even have a conversation with me? Somebody that was too dumb for me to even, what the hell? Why would I lie to you? What is it about you that would make me lie to you? It just made him feel stupid. And it's true. Why would I sit up here and lie to a bunch of idiots who don't even know what 80% of 100 is? That doesn't even make sense. I can beat you with the truth. I can destroy you with the truth. Obama can become president by telling the truth. So why would he lie? Obama's going to become the greatest president that ever lived. All he would have to do is not lie. So why would he lie? To make us happy. To make you happy. To make the racist and the Klan happy. You really think Obama's interested in making the racist Klan? Oh my goodness. This is the kind of level of stupidity that we are dealing with, that we don't realize that that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a special kind of dumb. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com. Real Brother here. Play resumes. I wanted to invite you to listen to the Real Brother Radio Show. Weeknights, 6 p.m. to 9 on realbrotherradionetwork.com. The Real Brother Radio Show is brought to you by Quick Mart. Same great quality, only quicker. Quick Mart, bringing convenience back to the convenience store. The Real Brother Radio Show on realbrotherradionetwork.com, because the truth has value.
It's the Real Brother Radio Show.
I'm Tanya Free. At least a dozen Republicans and a handful of Democrats have expressed an interest in running for their party's 2016 presidential nomination. Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, and Hillary Clinton have officially thrown their hats into the ring. Who would you vote for if the presidential election was held today?
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show, your destination for the best in social and political straight talk. Wednesdays at 2 p.m., streaming live on TanyaFree.com and BlackTalkRadioNetwork.com. Join the conversation Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
I'm Tanya Free.
The Big Mac. That's right. It all starts with 100% pure beef.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. The Real Brother Radio Show. Yes, so definitely check out Tanya Free and Friends tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on the show or not tomorrow. If they ask me to be on, I'll certainly oblige and drop a little knowledge, drop a little truth. All right. And I like the show, and they put the real brother on there and let the truth come out there, seep out into the stratosphere. So I appreciate that. I'm sure they'll be talking about Hillary. I'm sure they'll be talking about these racist monsters killing these black people and lying about it. So we'll be talking about that, and then they did hand down sentences. First I thought it was no jail time, but now I'm learning that it is jail time in the Atlanta cheating scandal. All right, so they did get the brothers and sisters got jail time for that scandal. So that's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 o'clock our time. The Tanya Free and Friends talk show. All right, Real Brother Radio Show, 57 minutes after the hour. We're rounding third and digging for home. So let me see if I can go through some of these real quick if there's anything that is worth repeating. Donovan Dilling, not a chance, Darren. You locked up that title years ago. You're dumb because you're black and you're smart and you don't fit the racist stereotypes. Ain't that stupid? Ain't that dumb? Ray Smith. In the Dumb and Dumber movie, Mr. Cow played both parts, and that's dumb. That's corny. That's dumb. Yes, the mythical character Thor is no different than the lie that the Greeks and the Romans and all that other good stuff and Ben-Hur and all them, but they were all white. They were all running around at the same time Jesus was, because it's a lie. Supreme Slob, no, I'm good on him. Don't parody me, right? Don't do that. Don't demonize me. Why? Because I'm not stupid. I know why you're doing that. You're doing that so you hope somebody will hurt me. Don't do that. We can debate, but you don't do that. All right? All right. Ray Smith says, because only what I call truth has... No, see, that you're not understanding truth then. Really? Yeah. You're not understanding truth. If somebody calls up my show and says 2 + 2 is 4, I'm not gonna... I don't not let you tell the truth on my show. See, so let me understand, because this is not an easy concept for a stupid white racist to understand. But let me help you. When I say the truth has value, that means that if you call up the show and you say that the Twin Lakes apartment complex paid George Zimmerman to get all the black people out of the building so that they can go Section 8 and they didn't want any black people living there. Now that's the truth. That's better than the argument I was making that he killed him because he was black and he was a racist. So if you come in with the truth that supplants what I thought was the truth, then you win. So I don't decide what the truth is. No, I want the truth. I'm not deciding that 2 + 2 = 4. I'm not deciding the truth. I'm just saying the truth has value to me. Truth has value doesn't mean I'm deciding. Two + 2. No, if you have a truth, then that truth has value. Not just for me. Isn't that stupid? Really? Yeah. Now, I acknowledge if you're a liar, then the truth doesn't have value to you. I don't have a problem with that. But if I value truth, that doesn't mean that I only value the truths that I value. No, I value all truths. I could ask you, name a truth that I don't value. And what are you going to do? Impulsively, instinctively, you're gonna lie. Really? Why? Because you're stupid. I value the truth, so you say 2 + 2 = 7 is the truth. That's stupid. Why? Because it's not true. But I'll give you a chance to lie to prove my point. Name a truth that I don't value. Oh. You're a dummy. You're a moron. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. That's not true. You're a bigot. You're a racist. No, that's not true. Name a truth that I don't value. You can't. The Real Brother Radio Show is a production of the Real Brother Radio Network, Real Brother Radio Inc., copyright 20 and 15, all rights reserved. My name's Darren Cal. These are my thoughts. As usual, I invite yours. You guys be good. I will see you tomorrow. Really? Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow's tax day, too. We got to get these taxes going. Really? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Feed the needy. Okay? All right. You guys be good. Go to realbrotherradionetwork.com and donate $8. Why? Because the truth has value. See you tomorrow.